Cool.
Welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls, a 5e D&D actual play Twitch stream? I guess that's
We're
where
live,
we would
baby.
be now.
It feels different, but it's right.
That's close enough. All right, welcome everybody to episode 3 of season 2 of the Isle of Misfit Rolls. We're here every Tuesday, 9 p.m. You can also find us on YouTube and on podcast services around the globe. Yep.
Just rip it, whatever.
It's inspired. It's an inspiration. It's not a rip.
If the clap goes at the end, then it's different, right?
I think so.
Flattery is our. How's that line go?
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yes.
Nope, that's not it.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
That's the one.
There's that one too.
Do I get
That's the
do I get
one.
a D20 extra?
One inspiration. One
Yeah, I will
inspiration
give you an
for
inspiration on that
Hey,
one.
Hey.
let's go.
And I was so inspired that I wish I had a new D20 to roll. If I wanted that new D20, where would I find it?
Go Beyond Dice on Etsy.com. We have a lovely friend of the podcast who does handmade not acrylic is the wrong word.
Resin?
Resin, thank you. Does resin cast dice straight from their home. Little tiny little business up in Canada. A bunch of us have dice from them. I have at least 2 or 3 sets. They're phenomenal. They're only a little bit cursed. It's totally fine.
Yeah. It's easily removed, right?
Yeah. It's super easy to remove. You roll.
You just need the blood of one random teen in an alley, I think.
Yeah, that's totally fine. A couple of one little sacrifice. It's totally everything's gonna be fine. So that is Go Beyond Dice on Etsy. Phenomenal, very fun, 10 out of 10. Keep an eye out. Usually around Christmas, they'll sometimes do commissions and things like that as well. If you want something special, it is the dice also seen on Critical Role. Amy Carrero used them for her Exandria character, and that was super cool. So they got a vouch. It's totally good.
And you could have them too.
Rupel?
Just not the exact same ones.
Opal, yes,
Rupel?
Took me a second. Not
Amy
Rupel.
Carrero's
He
Opal.
runs Drag Race, hun.
Ruples are worth nothing right now. Do not invest in Ruples.
Whoa.
R.I.P.
RuPaul is worth everything.
So yeah, Go Beyond Dice on Etsy. The link if you're here in the chat, !dice will pull up the link. So yeah, go check them out. 10 out of 10.
All right. And before I throw over to our lore master, let's do a quick introduction. Speaking of that lore master, we got him in the top left square tonight. The Renaissance man of recaps, playing Tavruk, Jake.
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
R.I.P.
I don't know the reference.
You're good.
Okay.
It's for the ones that do, Erica.
And in that top right, sitting to
We're the
Jake's
bad
left,
guys.
in the IRL, we have the Queen of Slice and Dice, playing as Tally, the lovely Jenny.
Yay. Love, peace, and chicken grease, as Tally tried to say once.
And
It's a slogan.
It's now her slogan. She's only said one time. It'll gain traction eventually.
And in that middle left, on the ones and twos, playing as the divination wizard Almas, Adam.
Good at you, everybody. Is it stuck yet? Do you like it yet?
I like it. It's a good entry.
And mid-right,
Can we just get
rolling
rid of
the...
Almas and it's just Minogo Leary?
Ooh. That's what I'll say. I know what I'm doing next week. And yep, Adam on the ones and twos, and rolling the ones and twos, playing Aviana.
Goo Goo Gachoo? Question mark?
Okay, how about this? I'll say I am the walrus, and you say goo goo goo.
That's going to be that
perfect.
kind of episode tonight, folks.
It's fine.
And in the bottom left, we have the vet that makes the DM sweat, playing as Bach, Gray.
The trash panda is back, baby.
Yay!
And
I just
missing
saw
this
Q's
week,
picture.
we have the question mark himself, the
Charlie.
Enigma. Q?
So
No,
here's
he's
the
not
thing.
here.
We don't know who
Wow.
Q's playing yet, so we went
We're
for
gonna
question marks.
go through this whole bit. We're gonna find Q's character, and while he's not here, we're gonna accidentally murder his character before he can introduce himself.
Mm.
Ooh, I
And
love
then
it
he'll
already.
present
Count me
another
in.
character.
He's Q-Nigma.
It'll be
Yeah.
perfect. It'll be
I'm
perfect.
listening to you. I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm definitely down.
It's
Yeah.
very funny, is all I'm saying.
Tally's probably in.
That person we kill, though, will just have a twin brother.
Ooh,
that
he
is
was
looking
one
for
of the
revenge
people
or
down
something.
below deck getting his legs chopped off for dinner. And we just couldn't save him.
And in that middle square, the star that this whole world revolves around.
Wow.
Your DM, Mike. They say the number one thing they like about me is how humble I am.
Yay.
The man himself.
I like the beard.
Yeah, the beard's pretty good.
The humidity
Yeah.
is high.
I heard humidity, but that's also.
I'm
That's
waiting
also
for him to like hide a dice bag in it somewhere.
How do you know there isn't already one in there?
Exactly. No one knows what's in there. There's snacks for later.
Can you genuinely put a pencil in there and like hide it?
Did you say jam a pretzel in there?
Pencil.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes a
Well,
lot
you gotta
more
jam
sense.
it down, right? Like,
You need to do another one.
Oh, I got a pin to stick in mine. Oh,
nice.
shit.
Erica, look,
No.
I have a whole wrench in mine.
Oh my god!
Wow. Oh my god,
Yeah.
look at it go.
An
10
Allen
out of
wrench.
10 out of 10. 10
Very
out of 10, 10 out
talented.
of
Very
10 out of 10.
talented. Mike,
All right.
rein us in, please.
Reining
That's not
you
what I'm
in.
here for.
I'm not going to do it, but I will throw it over to our lore master for last week's recap for you and for Gray himself. Jake, what did we do last week?
Since we've been here in season 1, we've been aboard the Sterncrest Supreme along with Captain, soon to be Admiral, probably Gendrick Sterncrest. I just made that part up, but I feel like we could get him. We could get him promoted for sure. So after some light encounters and weird storms, we managed to come across where we discovered the fact that some of our food stores were missing below deck. So Tavruk took it upon himself to keep an eye on the downstairs, but is again not as talented as he probably assumes he is, and could not find anything. But almost immediately, almost came down to help him out and used his ability to detect magic to discover a weird, invisible salamander thing that we chased back out onto the deck, and Tavruk grabbed it and flung it from overboard. As other people tried to make it a pet, he didn't think it was a good idea. So, threw the salamander overboard. And rest of the travels went pretty well, but we did find another ship come along in passing, thinking maybe to barter a little bit, maybe get back some of those food stores we lost. We made our way on board with them, but they were not a merchant vessel. They were a weird philosopher's vessel who we figured out were actually traveling on their way to the middle of the ocean to, we think, participate in some weird death cult to try to like join and become one with the one true god Unis. So the word of Unis is already spreading to other places and other people, we think, and these dudes were going to go kill themselves to join in. And it turns out that the wine they were drinking was mixed with blood, and the meat they were eating was definitely human. But we were like, these guys are already going to kill themselves. We'll just let them handle that on their own. For sure, Mike. We saw a man willingly get his leg chopped off. Like that
Allegedly.
No.
That was big facts, my guy.
We're
So,
pretty sure someone straight up just saw that, but okay.
That was
for
That's
sure,
not how- that's not what allegedly
someone
means.
just saw it. Yeah. Unlike other things that happened allegedly, right, Adam?
Absolutely.
But we just left them to their own devices and went about our the remaining journey to the Bay of Jourkala on the continent of Revellon. And last time out, our raccoon friend had a little bit of a sea flu. His sea legs weren't quite adapting yet, so He took some time below quarters, but I'm willing to bet he's going to be feeling a lot better this week. But we're going to have to find out on this week's episode of the Isle of Misfit Rolls.
Oh,
Wait, wow.
we're back. The music worked.
Oh, hello.
It's totally fine. Nothing bad.
One day, we'll get that whole intro thing.
Yeah, well, we'll get
One
it
day.
eventually.
Hey, man.
Highly tuned
I thought I led into it pretty
Professional.
smoothly.
endeavor that we have here. All right, folks. So, after your brush with the alleged cannibal ship, you've continued on for another day or so. And at that point, since our D20 what's going on today roller is gone, who would like to roll me that D20?
Do we want a high number or a low number?
Yeah, what you want?
We got a bunch of low numbers last time, so
Well,
let's
Gray, I don't
someone
think
go high.
Gray's
Gray hasn't rolled
Yeah, so
anything.
so so great. Roll the d20.
This is next morning, by the way, Mike.
Yep, give
It's
me those
19.
points.
for poor
Oh, God,
Was it a
okay.
19?
19. Ooh.
See, high numbers.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you add your modifier?
What do I need
Well,
to modify?
for what?
Which modifier?
All right, add a 0.
Out of 0? 19.
Good
All
job,
right,
Mike.
good to know.
Dickhead.
Now, I have to put you through some trials and tribulations because I need to know what these portents are from these facial expressions we've gotten from our divination wizard.
I'm going to use them on dumb stuff. Don't even worry about it, Mike.
Perfect. I love that. All right.
God.
And so, as you're sailing for another day, it's been pretty sunny. Everyone's just kind of like, there were a few big waves that came by, and unfortunately, whatever Gendrick had set out into a sunny spot got knocked overboard because I don't know what the fuck he was trying to grow with that weird jar full of wine blood and
That was preserving it, right? That was just preservation.
I think
It's
so.
or pickling. It was basically pickling a bunch of vegetables.
okay, with blood.
In blood wine.
Blood wine.
Blood
yeah.
wine.
Look,
Holly's not.
I
gonna
just
put
confirmed
that
it was
on board,
bloodline.
right?
Oh yeah, it definitely.
Oh my
was
gosh,
blood.
what is happening right
Thank
now?
you.
I'm just resizing, Mike.
Why do
Adam,
we
Resizing.
want blood,
Don't
Okay.
bring attention to it.
why do we want blood wine exactly? Says
I don't know, Tally. Why do we want blood wine?
We don't. It's weird.
Sally
Okay.
wants all the wine.
All right, and so the first half of the day goes pretty uneventful.
Hey, what's up? I want to do something this morning. You're
Oh,
welcome.
what would you
Ooh.
like
Let's
to
roleplay.
do, Aviana?
I assume at some point during the morning, Aviana will just stumble across wherever Tavruk is. He's probably doing something. Welcome to a small ship.
Probably on the main deck. Now that the culprit has been caught below deck, he's probably just back up top,
Yeah.
doing his normal
Brooding
kind
with
of
hair flip.
looking around. Yeah, just keep looking at the horizon and such.
Yeah, so in like the most like awkward like the child who like wants to like approach someone and doesn't know what to do with their hands, so it's just kind of just like awkwardly like will kind of like just like go up and say hey Tavruk, I noticed you were being a little weird the other day with I mean, they were cultists, so they were like super weird anyway. But like even before we knew that they were really weird, you had this like macho thing going on. Is everything okay?
Oh, Yeah. No, I thought they were from where I'm from. So you know, my people and theirs don't really have the best relationship. So I
Oh.
kind of thought there was going to be a little hostility, but it was just from me apparently. So totally misread the situation, and it was fine.
I mean, no, to be fair, they were cannibalist cultists, so I mean,
And they were dressed like people from where I'm from, but
yeah.
I think they were just doing it. I don't know why. But it was very clear they were just from. They said where they were from. They told us where they were from, but I forget.
They were from
Revlon.
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 Revlon, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were just.
Because they were all elves.
They liked togas, I guess.
They were a
humans with
mix.
elves.
Okay.
Mix of humans and elves, for the most part.
Yeah, I guess they were just copying the fashion, or I don't know.
They're philosophers. You have to wear that. You can't philosophize without
Yeah.
flowing robes.
Philosophy.
I don't know how fashion works.
Yeah. I don't make the rules, people. Oh, wait, I do.
Wow, if I put my hand in the water, I can drink it, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Mostly.
You can
Wait.
certainly try.
Anyway,
It's potable.
It's
Yeah,
1,000%
but no,
fresh water.
Okay.
I was
Um,
expecting them to do what most people do and see a big hobgoblin and react negatively, especially maybe having seen us before or people like us. I was expecting it to go a little differently, but they just seemed oblivious. So it was fine. How have you been?
I have been better. And she'll hold up her hand, and you can kind of see like the weird like nail kind of thing happening, and again like other weird physical things of like her teeth like seem a little sharper, and her pupil shape is just changing, like just a little bit off now. I feel fine. Except for I don't know what's this is about, but I mean I feel mostly fine. I feel it's different, but it's not, I mean it's worse, but it's not bad worse. I think it's because of all of the, and she'll just gesture kind of vaguely up into the sky and wave her hands around, like this whole, you know, the with the Unis and the escaping potentially evil god thing, and I don't know. But I'm on the honesty bit. No more secrets unless I say I'm having a secret, and then you can get mad at me. Bit.
Aviana, can you give me a darkness check?
No.
Ooh.
No, I can't.
No.
Uh,
I'm gonna go Leary.
no, I
Hanging around the
can't.
boat.
Oh my
On
god.
a fish over here.
What was it? What was the number?
Bad. Where is
Bad?
survival on here? It's a 10. I rolled a 7 and a 3 immediately into the bad dice box. I need more dice. 10.
So, as you say that, you're starting to notice, and you're thinking over the last few days, that it's getting harder and harder to do these darkness checks. Like, normally there's always a little bit of darkness around from everyone's favorite closet. But it's now seeming it's on the wind. It's in the water. There's almost like a slight dull darkness that just seems to be everywhere. You're not sure if it's because you're getting closer to Revlon. Is it just the whole world that's gone this way, or you've left the sanctuary of the island? You're not sure what's caused this, but
Yeah.
it's getting there's a light, dull darkness that's just constantly looming, almost like an uncomfortable weighted blanket that's just constantly on your shoulders.
Do those exist?
Great. Welcome to anxiety literally all the time now. So she's gonna like, you know, just that like, oh shit, and like rub away and like her hands come away a little bloody after she runs from blood from pouring that's coming from her eyes, and she's like, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's just I think of the everything is kind of bad, so I'm getting by. Sorry, what was the question?
You answered it.
Okay.
Well,
Just keep an eye out for me. Yeah.
yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
There's
okay.
a thing. Well, it's
Also, nice catch on the lizard. I guess as she's like slowly backing away and going to like tuck into her corner somewhere with her books. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do today.
All right.
If you're back. I thought you were muted.
Nope.
I'll kind of look. Tavruka, as she walks away, will kind of look at his own hands. I don't know if he has crazy claws. I don't think he does. But he definitely has. He definitely has sharp
Sharper nails.
teeth. Yeah, a little sharper nails than humans, I guess. Okay. So,
What do you want them to have?
so I have claws. Well, they have there's a description, I'm sure. I think they do have like kind of. They're not like
But
claws
this is
enough to be like
Fantasyland.
natural weapons, but
What do you want?
and they have
What do you
sharp
want?
teeth. Oh, they
Just
just,
Get up.
shape
doesn't know.
your whole hobgoblin world. Do you have sharp claw-like nails, or are they rounded? Are they almond shape? What kind of nails you got? What kind of pedicures are hobgoblins getting?
We're going to get a manicure. What do you want?
honestly,
That's
I don't know what they naturally have. I feel like they would
You say it, and it's done.
they would shape them in such a way
Oh.
as to be more, even if they didn't have them naturally, I feel like they would shape them to me. You know, here's a fun piece of hobgoblin lore. They don't have naturally rounding claws, but they want to. They want to have like sharp, like aggressive claws. So like all of hobgoblins are super into like manicuring secretly. Just to make sure they
I
have
love
like
it.
sharp, dangerous, like strong fingernails.
You wake up
They
in the
drink a
morning.
lot. They
you
drink a
sharpen
lot
your
of
sword,
milk. They try to
You
get a lot of
s-
calcium. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sharpen your sword. You sharpen your axe. You buff up your armor. Make sure it's nice and clean.
And then you break out the file.
You do your nails, and then you braid your hair.
Oh, it's perfect.
That's kind of
We'll
right,
do a
actually.
spa day.
Charlie's
That's
got
kinda
short
right,
to
actually.
medium stiletto nails.
Yeah.
Screech.
I mean, I did have little blunt, shitty nails until now.
Like Casanova Frankenstein and Mystery Men.
So as
That's a
you two
reference for like 3 people.
This is concerning, but I'm not
I-
here.
as you two depart
None
from
of you
your
are here for that part. That's just
I know.
Tavrook in his own
This is
hits.
just me reacting to Aviana's physical changes.
It's fine. It's fine.
as you two depart from your, for Aviana, pretty normal conversation. Only a
Yeah,
little bit
look,
awkward.
that went great. No one got stabbed.
Only
it wasn't
bled a
horribly
little.
embarrassing. Only a little bit of blood happened. It was great.
Only a little bit of bleeding from the eyes. That's
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
And as you're kind of like, now you've separated to like 6 to 8 feet apart, and you're kind of like, Aviana's kind of giving you a look like conversation's over,
Yeah,
right?
it's that weird like wipe hands on legs, and she's just like backing up, knocking a stool over, ignoring
the
it, and
big
just
arm clap,
running in the stairs.
finger gun.
Yeah, basically,
Actually,
that's what she does.
At one point, because I pictured he's been.
Finger crossbows. Finger crossbows.
I pictured he's been like kind of not looking at her. He's still been like looking out onto the water, and they've just kind of like been talking, both looking that way. As she kind of walks away, he'll kind of have like a, hey, and then look over and realize she's gone, and then.
And
just
when you look
kinda-
back out to the water, can you give me a perception check, please?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, gotta use the
Oh,
tilbert
yeah.
dice first every time.
Yeah,
You
she would have
see
absolutely
water.
left very quickly. You
Yeah.
see another water lizard here
Oh,
to
it's
eat your
stuck
food.
inside the hold.
Aviana totally saw something and is like, "I've got a dip,
Okay.
son."
Perception.
Yeah, social anxiety.
That's gonna
that
be
time.
that's gonna be a 12.
A 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Where are you on top deck?
I don't think it's that much of the big of an area. I'm just looking
No, it's
over the side and not looking into the ocean necessarily, but like horizon, I guess.
And so, Let me just make a quick
Is it
little.
something that Tali would have noticed?
No.
With
No.
her passive?
A moment has passed for Tali. Luckily, your faithful captain keeps his eyes on the horizon, keeps
Kendrick?
the waters, and he's just like, "Oi, everyone on deck!"
Okay.
Okay.
So Aviana gets to the
I was
door and
already
hears
here,
a
but
call for everybody
whatever.
on deck, and she just like goes to grab the door to head to below decks and just like pulls her hand back and goes, "Great, okay."
You get reaction. Glaive is out. Don't know what's going on, but we're ready.
And Gendrick pulls out his spyglass and just kind of looks from the deck. He actually leaves that area. You see him just kind of lock the steering wheel in place, and he heads down
Oh.
to the 2 stairs, and then heads to the front of the boat. Puts one leg up on the rail, leans almost like lunges into the spyglass as he does a glaring pose, and he looks out and he's like, all you hear is shit.
Hmm?
Do any of
Man
us
the
see
oars,
anything?
man the oars.
What's going on?
Man, the what?
I man the ours. I grab the oars.
How many
Yeah.
oars
So
are
we've
there?
been learning
Leap
some
leap
of
to
this,
action. Yeah.
Oh,
right?
what's going on?
Whirlpools ahead.
Oh no.
No shit.
Fuck.
Ooh, oh.
Damn it, Bach.
Come
that
on,
19.
move!
All right. Yep. I am manning.
And so Gendrick books it back up to his area there, and he starts going into evasive maneuvers,
shit.
and he's starting to turn and starting to think. So let's see. Let's get a vehicle check. We're gonna say he's gonna use them dexterities. Luckily,
Ooh, okay.
I don't have the character sheet. Q has it.
So it's a
Mike.
+5.
Okay.
It's a +5.
Is
You're
it?
so good.
And then
Add another 5 to it.
proficiency makes it a +8, I think.
Yeah,
Flash
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
genius. Add another 5 to it.
Beautiful.
So Bach jumps up Bach's been feeling sick, and he's looking a little chipper this morning. All of a sudden, he jumps on the front of the boat. He's his little claws sit there. You're afraid he might fall off, but Brutus is right behind him and just keeps his teeth on the back of his box breeches. That's going to be the clothing label if we ever make one. Box breeches.
Mhm.
Like it. Love it.
And you're just kind of holding him there, mounted. And as Box just to the right, to the left, pointing out the direction and
He's
doing
got
his trigonometry.
It's like, we need approximately 5 degrees to the left. No, my left, not your left.
We don't use left and right.
Port and starboard.
Which one's which?
I don't know.
And
This
so
is my first
he
time
turns
on a
hard to
boat.
port,
We think
goes
we're
a
giving
little bit,
advantage. We're giving disadvantage.
goes hard to starboard, and then can I get a athletics check from the rest of you?
Oh yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics?
No,
It's
Yeah.
good. It's athletics. This is rowing.
You ready?
My skill set.
Oh, I'm not
What do we
rowing. I'm
Okay,
up top.
Elvis is not rowing. That's an auto fail.
I mean, mine's a fail anyway.
Sure.
Let me
I'll
know when
go
you're
down
ready,
there and
Mike.
row.
Let me know when you're ready, Mike.
Yeah, let us know when you're ready.
Yep, give me those numbers.
15.
That is not a natural 1.
Okay.
It's just it's
An
an
unnatural
unnatural
one?
Those
Oh,
are negatives, yeah.
3 minus
Oh,
2,
okay.
baby.
3 minus 2.
Tali falls off the boat, I'm sure.
Did you roll a natural
Actually,
one?
I did.
Oh my god.
Jake, save them.
+0.
You guys are ruining my 25 that I have right now.
Why are we the strong? Why is the wizard the strongest?
Because
Besides
you
the
use a great
fighter.
sword and I had to drop
Okay, I
something.
was about to
You
say,
Besides
put
the fighter.
stab there.
it's
I
definitely
don't have
fighter
haste.
and then the wizard.
Yeah, fucking insane. All right.
So, Aviana, as you're going, trying to row, you're you think back to they tried to get you to join the Svian kids rowing team. It did not go well. This was not any different.
Friends encouraged her, and it went just as well as they expected. So they got a really great 2-hour laugh out of it, and she got wet and miserable, not in a fun way.
And as you think of that, your palms get sweaty and your hands slip off of your oar. And it looks like it's about to slip out of the holder and be gone from the ship, but it does bind just before. Tally, on the other hand, goes and takes a hard swing of this. That ore that was chewed on, you thought you mended it, but you never really actually got around to it. And as you went to do it, it snapped off right where those chew marks were from your not there anymore potential amazing pet that would have done 3d10 acid damage every time it attacked.
That's
Look, that's more than I do. There's no way he did 3d10
No, I'm
damage.
totally lying.
There's no way.
It had the stats of a rat, so
Cute though.
Hmm.
and that's what really matters in D&D. Am I
Oh
wrong?
shit.
And so your ore is broken,
Ah.
and so
Do we
The
have
ship-
sails? Is there anything else I can do?
there are sails. They are currently they're currently fine.
Okay.
And so, as the rest of the group is attempting, luckily, you guys put your 50% box helping the beautiful job that Gendrick is doing, as he is no words. Hard.
Slouch.
Slouch?
No slouch. Yeah, we'll go with that. He's used to this. This is not the first time he's seen whirlpools. And then he's like, you think these whirlpools are bad? You see the ones where the two waters meet, like that stupid book of yours says. Fuck. And he's turning the ship and whatnot.
Gendrick knows about the book.
He does. He told us a bit about it.
Yeah, we've talked to him about it. Or we
And so
talked
he's
to-
going back and
talked
forth,
about it
back and
openly.
forth. He's like, Tally, lower the sails a bit more. We're catching too much wind.
I will do that.
And so you quickly spring up. You start to lower them a bit. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, much better. The 22.
As the sails start to shift, one of the ropes just comes swinging across. Luckily, you're paying attention. You're quite dexterous, and it just flies right by you. You don't get your head taken off by this rope.
Never would I.
And then, Tavrook, you're paddling. You're almost paddling too hard now.
Heave! Heave!
Are we
You're only
going
on
in
you're on
circle?
one side of the ship, so now Gendrick is having to actually fight against it a little bit because the other side of the ship failed miserably.
Ugh. That's fine.
But you're an intelligent hobgoblin. This ain't a land vehicle, but you've kind of figured it out. So you're quickly matching the paces,
Hmm.
and then you're almost like, "Almost, you got this," and you shift to the side and you grab another oar. And you're helping on Aviana's side. We got Almost on one side. We got Aviana and Tavrook on the other side. And you're like, all right, good. Tavrook's over here. Don't need to worry anymore. Let him handle this.
It's Tavrook and then literally everybody else on the other side. It's just how it's just spinning.
Rook on one side, all the other three on the other, just to keep it going straight. Yeah, that sounds right.
That checks.
And we have Bach at the front of the ship. Bach, give me perception. No, give me intelligence. Give me intelligence.
Just straight out intelligence?
You're one smart son of a panda or son of a lizard folk.
Panda. Alright, yeah,
Oh,
makes sense.
Mike. I forgot about something that happened last episode that might change how this all went, and you tell me if you want to time travel or not, or just we do it from this point on. Your boy has exhaustion.
That was yesterday.
Did you get it after you had it yesterday and then you sleep and get it back, right?
Did we get a full sleep in after
Yeah.
that happened? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The next
then
day,
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of it.
You had a full night's sleep after the Cannibal Adventures.
Okay, cool. All right,
Oof.
good. Thank you.
Cannibal
Okay.
Adventures.
Thank
So
you.
what
Okay.
did you want me to roll?
That's the name of our next.
Give me intelligence plus proficiency.
Ooh. I'll just pick something with proficiency attached to it. Oh, this has got proficiency attached to it, so yes. 25.
Yeah. So you're shouting out where everything is and the dips in the water, and you're able to plot a half decent little trajectory through these little mini whirlpools that are just popping up all over the place.
Where are all these coming from? This doesn't make any scientific sense.
You're a talking raccoon. Just navigate them.
Do like Can where I am manning the sails, can I see anything in the water besides whirlpools?
If you want to run over to the side of it, you can.
I will do so.
Okay. You go over and give me a perception check.
Leaving your post already.
It's like, I look around and I spot him. It's like, Almost, you have fireball?
That would be a
Let me see.
30.
30.
I rolled a 19 plus
You
11.
do? If it gets really bad, cast it into the epicenter of the vortex. It's two occurrence meeting and causing the water to rotate. You cause a massive disruption through an explosion. It might go away.
I'll be up there when I stop rowing and pulling all of the weight on this side of the boat.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Looking into the water, you just see swirling parts. There's nothing trying to climb into the ship. There's nothing there's these random little whirlpools just popping up.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any creature causing it.
No,
Not a bunch
and
of, like,
looking at it,
Okay.
it wouldn't
Like,
sink the
oxygen
boat,
filter?
but there's definitely a chance it would cause some damage.
We got that kind of time.
And
Alright,
so,
I'm back to manning the things, the sails.
all right, and Jendrik's going to take another, because of Bach's really good roll, he's going to get advantage on this one, which he needed. He rolled a 9 plus his modifier.
What's that? Let me know if that would be a fail or a struggle, because I can do something about it if it is.
What's that other
I'll say
number?
it's a struggle.
What's the other number?
Wow.
You said he had advantage.
No, 9
the
was
other
the better
number was-
number, I think.
9 was the high number.
If the boat was bigger, would the whirlpools be a problem anymore?
I'm
It's
just-
their,
Oh no. Can we man a bigger boat though?
I don't know if we
How
could
about if
navigate
it was smaller? It's gone.
Oh, I
If-
don't know if we'd fit.
if the boat was smaller, it would be a much higher chance where these whirlpools would be able to potentially pull the ship underwater. Right now, it would potentially just cause some damage to the ship, not enough to capsize, or unless some real horrible rolling were to.
So,
I'm going to
out of
save
curiosity, what if the boat was bigger?
It would probably, if you were not caring about where you were going, you would probably still get a little bit of damage, but it would be less. If you're
We
looking
have
at enlarge, I don't know if enlarge is strong enough to
Do a whole boat.
make a whole boat that big.
How
Also-
long is the boat is the question.
It is a keel boat.
Which has a massive amount of length.
I know
well,
exactly
Michael-
how long a keelboat is from my previous experience as a boatsman.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up on D&D Beyond.
No.
In the
no,
meantime,
nothing.
but to be fair, if the boat takes damage between the mending dog and the mending tiefling, I think we can fix a lot of any issues we run
Mhm.
across.
Yeah, that's
Well, we're not going to take any because Jendrik can do this, and
Jendrik
Tavruk
can do
is Tavruk is cheering him on and using saving face on him, so he gets a +5 to his whatever that number ended up being.
The boat's like 50, 60 foot long.
Okay.
And so,
Whatever that number was, you got a +5, Mike.
yeah. So he's able to get out, get through, and then he's like, full sail! Full sail! Jenny?
I'm doing it. I am doing whatever that means because Tali's definitely learned it over these past
And
week or whatever.
because you rolled so high, I was going to give you disadvantage because you left your post to get back to it in time, but you rolled so well previously, I'm not going to. So give me we'll do a dexterity. Dexterity plus proficiency. No proficiency, just dexterity.
With the modifier?
Yeah,
Ooh.
which probably for you is +5.
No, actually, it's not. Oh, so that's a 7.
I don't think my ability could get you there.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
7, Mike.
All right.
Do I get advantage for being so good at D&D?
Do I
I was like, can I have advantage because I asked?
No.
I mean,
Because I rolled like really good.
Do you have an inspiration point that you've never used?
No,
I
we
would-
don't have inspiration.
Somebody does.
I have 2. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
And so
Who?
with
Two.
that,
I got one
he's
like
trying
the
to-
third concession we ever played. If not the
Are you
first.
He was
sure I
trying to-
can't have advantage?
I'm sure he tried to speed past a certain he thought Bach found him a nice hole between two of them. If he would have picked up full wind and with the oar power, he would have been able to slip right through. But instead, Jenny, can I get you to roll me 2d8?
Okay. Now what? Do you want the total or
Yes.
7?
All right.
Come on, sis.
The helm has taken. Actually, no, I won't go helm. I'll go the hull. The hull has taken 8 damage.
Ah!
Ooh.
It has
Where-
100 hit points, so
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. All right. Cool. Then we're good.
So like even if Aviana realizing she's not helping at all with the oars, pops down for a second, says, "Almost hold this for a second," and she'll run down to make sure there was no actual there's no punctures. There's nothing there.
no.
I go and check. Sick.
Okay. Cool. Thank God.
It's all
I
right
think-
now. It's all on the outside. It hasn't cracked nearly enough to potentially let water in, or even to notice where the damage is on the. It's just more like a stress
Okay.
from the
I just wanna
water
make sure we aren't taking
pushing
on
in,
any water.
potentially trying to crush part of the boat a little bit there.
I'll run
Can I
back
get?
up and jump back into my the oar seat? It's useless
So
as
I'll
it
get my 3 oar rowers. All athletics
3?
check, please.
There's
I'm
3?
I'm
Erica's
theoretically
downstairs.
Yeah, theoretically, Erica's here.
there. Yeah. Not very
Oh,
helpful.
theoretically, yeah.
All right.
It's a 14
That's
for almost.
just you 3?
Mike, does that feel good enough?
What?
Does a 14 feel good enough for almost?
To change my dice.
It's a little weak.
All right, I'm gonna use a luck point. He's like, you know what? That wasn't good enough. Let me see if I can test fate.
Yeah, you want from Aviana's
Nope,
perspective,
taking
you
that
want that.
14. Taking that 14 real easy.
Mine was a 12. I'm going to saving face again, though, to make that a 17.
Okay.
5.
Pardon?
5.
5.
I want you to know I've rolled 4 dice today, and I know I've rolled 4 dice today because all of them were in the bad juju box, and they're gonna stay there. Anyway.
All right.
Wait, no, I have advantage. I can roll this again. Is it worth you know what?
Oh.
Please, I
Mike
failed.
gave me arbitrary
You
advantage.
got 2 of them. Yeah, use one.
Okay,
Yay.
that's an 18, so I have a 16.
The -2 is strong.
The -2 is real bad, but it's a 16.
Mm-hmm.
You can stay.
And Jake, you had
17.
14 and 2 over 15s. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. So you're able to keep going. You're powering through. Bach, give you another navigation roll. Intelligence.
I feel like Aviana is using more like wedge technology and things like that, and finding ways that aren't like strength based
28.
on herself to do stuff.
Angles.
All right.
Angles, levers.
And then Jendrik with the 23, able to navigate quite well. You guys are in sync now. We got the Jendrik Bach connection going. The Raccoon Pact is going well.
Is that our next pact? We're gonna skip
Next
the turtles?
pact, right?
No. It's still turtles.
What if we go Humblewood pact? We'll just take the Humblewood
Oh,
races and come back as little woodland creatures.
done.
Yeah,
Maybe they
I've
just
already got a
Dustin.
concept for a sexually promiscuous bunny, so let's go. I'm just Haru from
Correct.
frickin' Beastars.
I got the Humblewood on the shelf right over there.
All right.
Nope,
And
nope,
with
stop.
those 2
Anyway.
very good rolls, you guys are able to get out of the whirlpools. When the seas get calmer, the water's taking just a little bit of damage. It's quite easy if you guys want to spend a little bit of time repairing it. You're more than welcome to.
Oh no! Brutus just goes over and like spits out a hammer and starts tapping it with his.
It's
We've got
at like
doggies,
water
we'll be
level,
fine.
so he's got to kind of.
Yeah,
You
I'm
hoisted
gonna
Got a
down
ring
here.
of water walking. It's not a problem.
He doesn't. Tavruk does right now.
It's True.
Oh,
I assume we've been passing it around. I'll give it back. Absolutely.
yeah. Just reinstall it in the dog. Just call it a day.
There you go.
And so you'll have to slow the boat down a little bit. So he can he's not going to run along the boat. So you guys slow down after that. Y'all take a breather. You're all tired. Not
Can I-
exhausted.
Was that
Spells in water?
What was that, sorry?
Can I cast spells in water?
Yeah.
Like cantrips?
If they have verbal components, then you're underwater and you can't breathe.
I mean, I would be above water.
If you're on water, I don't know why.
Yeah, if you're just you'd be
I'm
treading
just
water.
gonna try and help with the mending, so we
if
can
you have
get
a
him
magic
move on.
focus, it doesn't matter, right?
It does still matter, I
Does it?
think.
It takes
The
away your
verbal.
material
It
cost
material
components,
component,
but
yeah.
it doesn't
Oh,
take away
that's just
anything
material. That's right.
But you do have a dog that can walk on water, and you can just sit on Brutus.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. I'll just sit
I
on
normally
Brutus
just cast
and help.
enlarge on him, and he's a large-sized creature now.
Oh, perfect. I love
It's like this giant, magical hammer. Go dunk, go dunk. And the ship
Okay, yeah, mine is
fixed up.
verbal somatic material, so I'm helping Brutus.
So
Cute.
Gendrick, after this, will inform you all that you're probably just about a week out. You're getting close.
Oh,
In the
good,
next-
good.
In the next few days, you should see the opening to the Bay of Jourkala. And
Do we know anything about this bay? Like what to expect when we get there?
Gendrick will just let you know it is a small opening that opens up to a larger bay, and at the back end of the bay, closest to land, which would be in it. So think of it like a Pac-Man, and you're going in through the Pac-Man's mouth,
Okay.
and at the back of the throat of Pac-Man, this is a horrible analogy,
Oh god, it's getting saucy.
is where Jourkala is, and it is quite a large port town, and it is one of the major shipping routes of Revellon.
And if I pull out the map, about how far away is that from where Chuck said he was going?
Far.
You're in the northeastern part.
Okay. It's like another couple of weeks travel by foot.
Potentially,
Potentially.
depending on how you travel.
Okay.
It is quite a large city. It's not large, but it's a port town. It's a shipping town.
Okay.
So he's suggesting, Gendrick will suggest that you might be able to find passage there, or you might be able to find a way to where you're going or whatnot, and also a place to get some new news.
Yeah, because we also don't
Is-
exactly know where Chalk is right now. We have
Yeah.
a vague idea, but as far as we're aware, he's in the middle of the Green Sea? Question mark.
Yeah, which is vague enough.
So,
Is
but we'll send him some messages and find out where he is and stuff.
how's the shopping?
He says it's quite good. He has supplied there before.
It's where he gets all his Flare Gordons.
If it's the first port into a country like that, and it's a major port town, I'd assume it's relatively wealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it might be worth it to find some supplies, because I know I need some magical components.
Yeah, because I assume we're not going into some podunk fishing town. I assume we're going into
Brisbane.
a major port city. So
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
commerce, international commerce is there, right? So make it
And-
fancy.
And so, the rest of the day goes pretty uneventful. You've repaired your ship. You survived a bunch of whirlpools. You finally got a high roll with your what's going on that day, and it wasn't the greatest.
No, let's not do that again.
And so the next day, you're
Can I
I got
real
things
quick?
to do too, Mike.
of course.
Can we do? Oh, what's your thing to do, Adam?
I'll do it last. It's fine.
Mine's kind of like a scene that I want to have. So if yours is quick or if it's not, you tell me.
Mine's also a scene and a mechanic, so you go ahead.
Ooh.
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 Mine involves everybody. So we'll. Okay.
Everybody
Almost as
day.
clearly
So
alone.
I assume we've been, even though we've been kind of doing our own things on the boat, I assume that we've been kind of
Sleeping together?
getting together to eat or something
Yeah.
with whatever fish that have been caught that day. So for the most part, through these couple weeks, I assume Tavrook's been pretty quiet. Not completely silent, but it's just kind of been, you know, very tight-lipped. For the most part. But as we're kind of sitting down, I was kind of like, that was you guys did really good today. Like that could have
Thanks.
gone really bad, and it didn't.
Well,
Thanks.
thanks. Yeah.
So,
You too, bud.
what season is it out of curiosity? Like,
Is this season 2?
no,
Episode
is it autumn? Is it winter? What is the story here? Spring? Summer? Summer 2?
Didn't we say something like it's close to
Correction.
Tally's birthday at one point last season? Is that canon? Is that a thing?
What?
I
What?
feel like at some point last season we said it was close to Tally's birthday.
I have no idea.
Was this Jenny who said this last season?
No, I really thought that you, as my mother, said something about my birthday.
Oh, I say lots of things. I don't remember.
So,
I say lots of
He
things
was
as your
drunk.
mother.
so seriously, what season is it?
No, it's we're going into summer, but it's been unseasonably cold, and you were actually getting some snow last time in Luki when you was supposed to be summer.
Oh,
And it
I
was
remember
that
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
horrible
yeah, yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
Constant
It was fucked up when it
cold
was snowing.
Is
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
like that? Like the further north we go?
No, you haven't had the rain like you had in Luki.
So,
Okay.
I've never been to the ocean before. This is my first time, says Buck. And he says, does it all become ice
No.
during the cold season?
Mm-mm. Too much
Not
water.
all of it, Bach.
Yeah. I was just curious how ships get from point A to point B if it's all covered in ice.
Well, you understand how the freezing points of water and things like that, and the larger body.
Yeah,
The more water
it's
you have, the
0
harder it is to
Celsius.
freeze.
So if
The more water you have, the harder it is to freeze. Correct.
only if there's salt in it.
Well, welcome to Fantasyland, where the rules made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah.
Too much water to freeze all at once.
Water actually freezes at a lower temperature in this fantasy world just because to account for the no salt
Mm-hmm.
in the water, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it
I
would be
hate you all.
pretty cool. These giant ships on sled skates going across the ocean.
Like you did
in the middle of
this.
it.
Like you did do. Anyway, yeah, I mean, today wouldn't definitely have not gone as well if you weren't here, Tavrook. So there's that too.
Yeah.
Being from Luki and so close to the water, would I know if the water freezes
It does
often?
not.
Okay.
In
Imagine
Magram, it
regular-
does. Most
Okay.
of the lakes, especially for about 3 months of 3/4 of the year, in Magram they are.
Which is way up north for context.
Is
for
it
everybody
supposed
else.
to be getting this cold this
Yeah.
time of year? I thought it was close to summer.
It is a little bit chillier than normal.
Well, this is Bach actually saying it to the party because he's a bit
I'm not-
confused about
I'm
it.
not from here.
Yeah, Buck, we've discussed this beforehand. It's not supposed to be this cold. It's a result of the darkness.
It's definitely not like the forest.
It also wasn't cold
No.
on the island. The island was
yeah,
actually
it was
quite
like
pleasant.
normal.
It's just as you notice, the closer you're getting to like the mainland, the more cold it is. But you're not sure if that's because you're getting close to Magram, because you're pretty close to the Magram border of Revellon, or is it because this world's all fucked up now because you all failed?
Probably the second thing.
Look, don't sass me.
That was my
But we will-
Syndra coming out. I'm sorry.
We will continue to destroy your game if you keep making these comments, and by we I mean probably Gray and
Yeah,
Adam.
but it's good that you think we did good. Tavrook, you've been kind of sad recently. It's not nice being sad. You should smile more.
Thanks. I've been, I've kind of just been thinking a lot And
About what?
And the island was not a good time, and I was probably a little more harsh with everyone than I should have been. It was you know, this whole thing's been a lot. It's been a lot for all of us, I mean, and finding out that it's not going the way we wanted is hard. It's hard for me. Um, but I took it out on you guys when I shouldn't have. I mean,
What do you
he
mean?
looks at Avian and he goes, you have gone through a ton since we've just met, and you've seen people close to you have terrible things happen to them. And I could understand if things went a little sideways and you were closed up about it. And that I should have been better about that. And same to you. He looks at Tali and he goes, I mean, your family's been directly wrapped up in all of this. And I don't know. I understand it being tough and not, knowing what to do and struggling. And then the Bach, you just started thinking and speaking less than a couple weeks ago. I mean,
This is all
I don't
new.
know when. Yeah, and I mean, almost you're not even from here, so I mean, this is entirely new to you. But I don't know. I just none of this was new to me. I should have been better.
I
And
don't know.
I just Bach, just give me a second, please.
Okay.
But I don't know if I felt like I was in over my head or what, but this I talk about the Legion a lot, but I wasn't this with the Legion. I wasn't a person who was in charge or made decisions, and I feel like I've tried to do that too much. I was a sword and good with horses. And maybe that's where a lot of this has gone wrong. So I think what I need to do is do what I'm good at, and that's swords and horses. So I will be there for all of you 100%. Whatever you need, I'm here. And I understand that things aren't always going to go the right way, and we're going to handle it better from now on. But you guys point in the direction, and I'll take care of it. But we're going to do better. Swords and horses.
I'd like to think that during all this, Tali took out that goblet that does nothing. Oh wait, no, I gave that to my mom. Shit. I have a cup, I'm sure. And I pour that blood wine in there, and I've just been like Kermit the Frog sipping the whole time.
So like Bach kind of like nervously goes over to Tavrik and like puts a little paw on his knee, like looks up. It's like, I don't think you failed.
I mean, he's right. If
anything,
he failed,
you've
we
done.
all failed.
No, no one failed, says Bach. It's like you
To be
couldn't
fair, I've been
foresee.
set up and designed to fail, so I've done a very good job at what I'm supposed to be doing.
No one could have foreseen that this Pope fellow was the bad guy, and we did something that was unexpected. We survived. It's like, no,
Very
think about it.
true.
Think about it. Like, we still have the apparatus necessary. We still have the, like, you guys still have those artifact thingies, and you can still capture the darkness and all that. It's, if anything, us surviving, it might seem trivial at first, but it is the small victories that build up over time that is important right now. It's the little things. It's you can't dwell on the fact that somebody out there was a big meanie. So it's like, and decided to lie to you. Like, what else were you supposed to do in that? Like, from what like Chalk told me, you guys were all like given a choice: do this or die, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you were given the choice to die or do this, survival seems like a victory, no matter how small it seems. As long as you keep living, as long as you keep fighting, you're winning. Like, it doesn't sound very scientific or anything, but that's the way life is. Like, in the forest, every day you survive is a victory. Any day the predators don't eat you, any day that you find something really good to eat, that's a win. So why can't your life be like that?
Maybe I expected something more. And you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe survival's good enough. But it'll be
Well,
okay.
you just need a bigger apple.
What?
Holly's gonna walk up to Tavaruk and like as Bach is talking to him, I'm like kind of sneaking up to him. And I'm gonna hug him. Do I have to roll for stealth? Because I'll do it.
I mean, I'm assuming we're sitting around in a circle. I'm like looking at.
I assume Tali got up at some point very stealthily.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Like,
I just wanted to let you guys know that
yeah.
I'm going to put more faith in all of you,
It's like,
and
yeah.
I'm fine.
Brutus and I have
I
your
feel
back,
great.
Taverick. It's like, that's what Dad told me to do before he left.
Holly,
Also,
you go ahead.
don't stick to swords and horses or whatever it was. You were doing fine beforehand. It was fine. Don't just bury yourself back. Because it worked. Not to any fault of your own. I mean, the to be fair, the
Debatable.
failures of any of it weren't anything that you were doing. Let some of us try something new before you hide away to things you're comfortable with.
Yeah, like I know we butt heads sometimes, but like you do a pretty good job of keeping us in line, and like I want you to know that like when I'm maybe don't tell you everything, it's not because like I don't trust you or like I'm deliberately trying to keep something from you. It's because I have loyalty to everyone on this
No,
ship.
you are exactly right. I do not need to know everything. That was being too pushy. People
No,
have their reasons for everything. I do not. That was my fault. I do not
no,
need you
like
to
let me finish. Like I don't
rationalize that.
want you to feel bad. Like
No,
I
don't.
personally would love it if everyone told everyone everything because that's what I do, but only about my life.
No. I know. I'm just saying it's not. No one. You are all great, and we're gonna be great. We're gonna be good. Revlon's gonna be different. It's gonna be good.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot different.
So, where do you think my dad is in Revlon?
Probably
Oh,
knee
goodness.
deep in elf bodies by now, at least. And he's
Why would
pretty
he do
tall.
that?
Well,
Why does he do anything, really?
Chalk
From
gonna
what?
chalk.
Hawk is a
I
chaos person.
Is he burying the bodies?
Maybe, actually. I don't know.
Maybe some of them, not all of them.
But not all
Were
of
they
them.
sick?
No, they're elves.
What's wrong with elves?
You gotta ask your dad when you see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, let's not teach this raccoon about racism. Just keeping that out there.
No,
Yeah.
but
It's war. It's
Mike
different.
almost lost it.
from our experience, Chalk has a particular way that he likes nature in the forest to be treated, and he does not always agree with the way that everybody else treats it because it's not like the way he does it.
Oh.
As to whether which is the better version, I don't know. I don't. This kind of agriculture is not my forte.
With elf bodies? I'm confused.
Well, at this point you can ask him when we get there. We'll find him.
Okay.
We know that Chalk has been in combat situations, right? He's been fighting and things like that.
I think every time I've scryed him, he's been
I
killing
don't-
people.
He's been killing people. So, oh my goodness, I have a very vague secondary understanding of.
I mean, he ripped the faces off of some
Borders
elves
and
before he was
things.
captured. I think.
He ripped
Yeah.
some faces. Why?
No, this was Jenny telling Erica some
Yeah.
canon
Okay, fair enough.
information.
What do I know about based on my previous history with understanding specifically the conflict of the agricultural conflict of trees within Revlon. What do I know about that with all of the lizard folk?
The lizard folk aren't super well known. They do tend to stay in their green sea, which for those who aren't very familiar with the green sea is almost like a seaweed-esque large vegetation area that's like the size of a very, very large lake, but is incredibly dense to the point where they actually sail ships across it. Once the weight is spanned like water, it has about the same kind of density, but if you are just jumping in, you can sink down below. And once you go further down below, it's no longer heated as much by the sun as it is by like the thermal part of the earth of Veritas. And underneath there is moist, hot, humid, and that is where the lizard folk reside for the most part. There are lizard folk tribes above, but for the main part, that's where they mainly go, and this is why they've also kept away from most. But if you have been lost overboard while sailing across the Green Sea, or have just hung out, there are no like beaches where people hang out there are little port towns and stuff like that, but more of like it's not super populated on the outskirts. Just north of that is a large forest, which is inhabited by wood elves. And there are always controversies and problems going on between wood elves, who tend to, be more in line with the lizard folk in a sense. They're not predatorial like the lizard folk are, but they do both have an understanding about nature and are all, very much pro nature. Whereas the high elves, who tend to are more in the northwestern part of Revlon, near the capital, and most of the highest of the high elves are in the capital. And I will get you a pronunciation if you'd like a pronunciation of
Yes.
the capital city.
Go for it. I've lost my backstory. There are character names that I need that I can't find them.
I mean, your friend Jennifer?
The pronunciation for the capital of Revlon is Koschei.
Koschei.
Which is spelled Kosechiy.
Okay.
So we need to find him when we don't know where to find him. So how exactly exactly are we supposed to meet up with them?
I mean, we can get to Revellon first, go towards the Green Sea, and then I'll ask him where he is, and then I'll look at him and figure out where he is. Easy.
Okay.
But we
that
can just
works.
get there first. There's no point
You
finding
know?
him now, and then it's 2 weeks later. We'll wait till we get there.
He's moved.
We have options. We can find people to talk to as well. Except it's as big of a conflict as it's seeming. The other side will know just as much as Chalks does.
Did
And
we
there are
ever-
people we can talk to on the other side. I might be able to
Okay.
see how it happens. I can try.
What's their name, Aviana?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good fucking question. Field are they called field notes? Is that what I called this? Oh no. Where's this document? I cannot find it.
like a-
Initial brainstorm. God.
It's a friend, right? Like someone you knew for a long time. I'm trying to remember
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
It was like your old teacher, right?
no. This is
Okay.
not my old teacher.
That's
This is
not
gonna
more-
this is going to be directly become a Jake problem one day.
Oh.
Observations. I found it. Okay. Give me 2 seconds to.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't told us these people's names to the point they'd be in my notes.
I
yet.
have. We do. It's Kaloon.
Kaloon?
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Maybe that's
Kaloon?
That's a name you know. That's the name I
Kaloon's gonna
forgot.
murder us.
No, yeah. So like I said, it's going to be a Jake problem. One day. No. So I might be able to get in contact with Kaloon's brother and see if we need an in on the other side.
We did know that.
Okay.
Did we ever learn about any of Chalk's connections in Revellon?
Absolutely. His connections are all lizard folk, from what we understood. Because
Okay.
they don't leave the Green Sea, they stay there. That's all
Okay.
he's got.
And we never
they
got
go.
names.
They go on like people do leave. They go on like a pilgrimage of sorts almost. They leave.
Bring a
They leave, yeah, whenever
For
they're a
lizard
certain
folk.
age to like expand the lizard folk population and then come back. Is that right,
They're-
Craig?
no, they leave their tribes. The males of the tribes get kicked out once they've hit maturity to prevent inbreeding.
That's what it
They're-
is. So you can't go
they're
back
meant
to
to-
your tribe.
They're meant
yeah.
to join the other tribes, right?
That's right. That's right.
dark. I like
Yeah.
it.
So we got some leads. Whenever we get to the
Mhm.
bay,
We can
we'll figure stuff out.
once we get information, we can find things out. I should probably also
Well-
note all the other characters that I gave for the backstory, but I don't remember. Anyway.
I guess this almost
So-
gets up, by the way. I'm going to go over to Tavrook because everyone's giving their moment with Tavrook. I'll be like, all right, don't worry. We'll finish the mission, soldier. And like give you like a little, not a neck rub. You know where you grab that part?
Hung his ear a little bit.
The trap
Yeah,
grab?
just grab your trap. Yeah, we'll finish it, soldier. And then
I
I'll
don't like that.
go do my thing. Hey, we've got a soldier connection, you know?
Sure. What's
And
this? You got to
murdering
pack with somebody
connection.
else, Almas? What's this? Who's this?
What was that?
Who's this person you're going to? You got to pack with someone else, huh?
No,
Do I mean nothing to you?
Don't be jealous. Relax. Go ahead, Mike. You were going to say something?
I say lots of things.
Yeah.
So after the big speech and you guys have your moment, Gendrik's just like, I need to get something below ship. Got something in my eye, and he's just, he enjoyed your little moment. And then, rest of the day, I don't know if people are going to be hanging out with each other, or after this, everyone's going to kind of keep their distance from each other. But unless there's something
Ooh.
else anybody wants to do,
Top.
like Jenny.
Yes. Because it's something that I should be doing, but I haven't this whole time. I'm gonna start working on like my impressions.
Okay,
And,
would you like to do a few for us?
No, not in real life, but we can I can roll for it if you want me to.
Well, good howdy, y'all.
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
And who are we trying to do impersonations of?
You know what? Just various people in power that we've come across, and then maybe I'll like do like sort of a stand-up thing And at some point, it just becomes me imitating Sindrak a lot.
Mm.
And it just turns into like a stand-up thing.
We can also find out news when we get to the port as to what happened, since we've been out of the loop for an extended period of time, right?
Mm.
That's the plan.
Yeah. But it's a 15.
It goes okay. You've made a little bit of progress.
Okay,
You've gotten
cool.
your Sindrak half decent.
All right, cool. That's good to know. Good to know.
Aviana,
Adam, you had
Also
a thing that you wanted to do after my scene that you didn't get to do?
Yeah.
Lord and Lady.
I mean, my
Bones,
thing's
yeah.
right before
Here.
bed, so if anyone else has anything, it's fine.
we'll jump to
good old
that, but I just want to do
jerk.
one thing first.
Right.
Mhm.
I heard my name. I don't like
Jerk.
this.
Aviana, give
Uh-huh.
me a intelligence roll.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if you made any more progress with your book.
Oh my god.
That's a good number.
I made so many good progresses. I made a lot of them. So far, so many that I can't speak English very well. 22.
Ooh.
It's a 19, baby.
All right.
This dice can stay. It's the only dice that's stayed so far.
Is it an
I have
18
rolled
and a
like 7
19?
of them. 18 and a 19.
That's pretty good.
Noise.
Wow, I wasn't expecting you to actually roll high enough to me to actually give you
Right?
some information.
That's fair.
Okay, Almus, we can roll over to your scene. I'll give you your information in a moment.
Sick.
Yeah, just as people are going down to bed, because it's been a week since I've used the scroll, correct? At this point, it definitely has been.
Pretty close to it. If
Yeah,
not,
pretty close.
Yeah.
So Almus is he's going to attempt to do something else, because he likes messing with the weave of magic. He's going to sit down in his little corner, or wherever it is in the bottom of the boat. I'm going to make him my bubble, and I'm not going to allow anyone else to go through it for the moment. So it's just an Almus bubble, and it'll be not transparent. What's the opposite of transparent? Opaque?
Opaque.
It'll be opaque.
Got it.
So people can't see through it. So I'm going to lay down the scroll, because I know I can transfer magic if I have the scroll. And I'm going to take off my ring, which is a ring of spell storing that I have, keep extra spells and stuff in. I'm going to put that down on the left side. I want to start trying to pull magic out of this bad boy.
Okay. So you're taking you're trying to take the magic out of the another scroll?
No, the ring of spell storing.
Oh, your ring.
I'm going to try to transfer it to another item,
Okay.
because I don't want to wear a ring anymore.
Those rings always weighing you down.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, let me remember how we did this last time.
It was 2 rolls, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like one to pull
One
it
to
out
pull,
and one
one
to
to
put it
put
in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to.
It's only 2 actions, then you're done, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
how everyone?
You don't need anything more.
And once, not once.
It's a race, not a marathon, folks. All right. So let's start off with your roll with your spell modifier.
Yeah. That
Essentially doing it-
is. Go ahead.
I said you're essentially doing a spell attack to disturb and break the weave and break the binding of the item.
Yep. So that is a 24 to pull it out.
That is. What's the rarity of the item?
It is.
Screen, right?
It's a blue.
Ring of spell storing?
So it's a
Oh, it's
rare.
blue. Okay.
Okay, that is high enough. And with it, you're pulling, like last time, you get almost like the puppet strings, and you're pulling the weave. Then you work the weave back into your scroll of Cognis.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you planning on putting?
So Almus is going to put his fingers over his left. Is this the right eye? His left eyeball.
Ooh.
And he's going to tap it, and it's going to shrink just a little bit, and he's going to pull his left eye out of the socket. No gore or viscera, anything like that. It just comes out clean, and there's no issues with it. And he's going to put it down on the right side. I'm going to put that ring of spell storing into the eyeball.
Give me an Arcana roll.
It's a nat 20, so that'll be 29.
Ooh, was that your portent?
That's
or
not
did you
20
just roll a
portent.
nat
Yeah, it was
20?
important.
Oh,
Yo.
brilliant, brilliant, sir.
One of each.
Oh, was
All
the
right.
other one a portent as well?
No, I
Yeah,
rolled the other
brilliant.
one.
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Excellent work,
Okay,
sir.
well,
Excellent
the
work.
spell goes off quite nicely, and you're able to store and weave this the enchantment of spell storing into this eye-like structure.
Cool. And then he will roll up the scroll, put it back in its case, put the eye back into the socket, and then I will allow the bubble to be open up to other people again. And then he'll go to bed.
I like to imagine somebody at some point is
Tried to
like
walk in.
like knocking on it.
Housekeeping.
Hi. Dope, dope, dope.
All right. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do?
What my
This
book tell
evening.
me, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Your book. So as you're, you go to try to go to bed and you can't get into the bubble, so you sit up on deck
Sounds about right.
and you have your quill in your hand. You're just tapping it on the book, and you just kind of see it, and it just kind of balances on your finger. And you've deciphered a little part that says, "In a place where my heart beats is where we found the one who sees both the good and the bad of each of us before making their decision. Sadly, at this point, I feel we will fail his judgment."
Well, we did that already. Can you send me that quote because I got about 6 words of it and then I fell behind. Thank you.
Put it in the chat.
And I'm
Put it in
putting
the
it in our
chat.
private
Put it
chat.
in the chat. Wait, y'all's private chat? Oh, there we go.
Pew,
Oh,
pew, pew.
And now I don't know if Aviana is expressing this all to everybody.
Well, actually, I assume when she does these things, she doesn't do them very quietly. She tends to like mumble a lot.
You don't
And
yell,
so-
Eureka!
Yeah, not quite like that.
Huzzah!
Like anybody who's around or who comes by at
Golly
that point.
gee
will hear
willikers,
her.
guys! I just
Golly
figured
gee.
out some stuff.
I just translated a line. Haha.
And also, you would understand that this was a later passage,
Okay.
which you got lucky on because this was a particular harder one. This one was filled with extra gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook.
That's the technical term?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. That can
Gobbledygook.
theoretically make things easier because I've translated something stupid, and so it's like having a cipher. Ta-da! Anyway, we'll find out. Okay.
Aren't you always translating stuff that's stupid?
And that's all that Aviana's been doing for the last however many years of her life.
That's fair.
Sick. Thank you.
You're welcome. Natalia doesn't have much to do, so.
And so the rest of you can all bed down. Brutus comes out on deck, perched at the front of the ship, eyes scanning the horizon. And with that, we will move on to the next day.
Woo!
Time for more
Who wants to-
portents.
Roll them portents, and someone else roll me a d20.
If no one else wants to roll a die, I'll see what happens. Any modifiers?
No, absolutely go for it.
No, just 20.
No,
13.
straight 20.
13. Let me check the list. Ba-doo-doo. List of
Everything
fun.
goes well, and you all get gold level magic items. What?
What?
Wow.
The special sea
What did
treasure
you roll
trove
for
of
it?
legendary items.
13.
Okay. So the day's going quite nice. You've actually got the wind is at the back. Your sails are full, and you've actually made up the time that
Okay.
you had lost by repairing the ship. And at this point, can I get acrobatic or athletic checks from everybody, please?
Or is my favorite word.
Oh.
The best word in the English language.
Because we're on a boat. Let's roll.
Ooh, I only got a 5.
I'm gonna use a luck.
On the one hand, my dice is starting to fail me. On the other hand,
that's it.
19.
19 for almost as well.
If you have a
17.
15 or under, roll yourself a d10 and take that many damage.
I
Bludgeoning.
rolled a
Acrobatics?
Mhm. Yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
You said a 15 or what?
15
or
or less,
lower.
roll a d10 and take that as bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
What was your total, babe?
4.
Mine would have been what is this? Oh, okay. That's a lot different than what I thought it was. I thought it was a 6. All right, so that is 12.
Saving face.
Okay. So then that gets me what, extra
Plus
4?
5.
All right, cool. I'm good.
So is it just Bach that got battered?
Probably.
His
What
was
about
No.
Misfit? What about Minogue?
You might have to make a save.
Unless he's flying, I assume.
What happened to us, Mike?
Was he flying?
The ship had a quick stop
Ah.
Ow!
and thrust the rest of you forward or to the side, depending on where you were. And you bashed. If you failed it, you bashed and hurt you skinned your knee.
Busted your
Ow.
shin.
I'll run over and kind of help Bach up.
Thank you.
Come on, little guy.
Fuck, are you okay?
I'll go
Yeah,
to the
it's
front.
why did we stop?
I'm looking over the edge, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, I'll check too and help.
And
Genric?
Gendrix is like, "What the hell just happened?" And he sees Almus looking over, and he goes, "What do you see?" And Almus, you see an initiative roll in your future. Everyone, roll me initiative.
Yes!
Oh man, I saw it coming.
Bitch tits! God damn it.
I'm going to use my
Okay.
my biggest dice. Clank. I like it.
Try this
Wait,
one.
I like it.
Hold on.
It's not terrible.
Oof.
Oh, I didn't prepare any of my stuff today. What do I have prepared?
What did
Here's
how
the
much
point,
damage
you're
did
not
Bach take,
doing
by the way?
Nothing.
4.
Okay, he's fine.
All right. I'm gonna roll for generic Gendrick. Aviana,
16.
hitting us with a big 16. Sir Bach,
Oh.
13.
Almus,
Also 13. Bach, what's your dex?
My dex is 14.
Mine's 17. So do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
whatever D&D Beyond marks it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
whatever. That's fine too.
Tally,
17.
17. And bringing that big dad energy,
17.
17.
What's your initiative?
It automatically
Oh, your
gave
dex is
Tally
way
first.
higher.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it do automatically?
Oh.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
And at this point, Tally, you will start our initiative off.
Well, I said I was going over to help, so what did we see?
As you look over, you see a tentacle gripped onto the ship.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How big is that tentacle?
Is it something that I
Huge.
can reach?
Huge.
Like, can I, is it within melee reach?
Not at this current moment, no.
So it's on the side.
It is on the side, and you're getting from the rest of it is coming from underneath the ship.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
So bonus action, Shadow Blade, and I'm going to hurl it at the tentacle.
Get him.
I think we determined it was a +8 for the Shadow Blade, I think. So
What
that
a
would be
day to not
dirty
have my
20.
mobility, by the way. Cries. Forever.
It's
Anyway,
a dirty 20.
nice.
Dirty 20 hits.
Hits.
Let me see, what was that? I think it's 2d8.
2d8.
I assume you're throwing it.
Oh, okay. All right. 7 and 7 is 14, and I don't
Don't add
add
anything. No.
anything to that. So 14 psychic damage to this tentacle.
14.
Nice.
Yep, that'll take the damage.
How does my sneak attack work? I don't know if it saw me. Oh well,
It
I
knows.
threw it.
It's
so it
attacking
doesn't
us, yeah.
Yeah, no, you would have to have somebody else in a threat range right now, which currently there is not.
Or have
Yeah.
advantage for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will try to position myself in a way where on my next turn, I should be able to melee attack it if it like crawls up. So if I'm on the other side of the ship, I'm gonna move closer towards it.
Okay. All right, that brings us. So you're against the rail there. Almus is near you as well, and Tavruk, where you at, and what you doing?
Yeah, I would assume I was checking on Box or wherever he fell. So I will I'll kind of look up and see her with the blade there and just be like, oh, something's popping off.
I would yell tentacles or something. Kraken.
So yeah, I guess I'll melee characters, tentacles in the ocean below the boat. How many people are up at the front? You said Almus and Tali are both up there?
Up on the side of the boat, looking over the rail, because Almus ran over to take a look.
Oh, on the side? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not okay. So I will go opposite side as them
Okay.
and look over there. I'm assuming I'm kind of near a side anyway, if that's where Bach fell.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look into the water on my side.
You can just see a bit of a tentacle gripping the bottom.
Okay, but how tall is this boat from the water?
That is a good question. I'm going to say more than 10 feet.
Fuck you, Mike. Okay, I'm kidding. So I'm going to. How wide is the boat from side to side?
From side to side, give me 2 seconds to pull it back
Port
up.
port to starboard.
I did have that measurements up, but I closed them to open up the encounter. We're looking at both at its widest about 20 foot.
Its widest. Okay, I'm gonna go stand dead center between the two sides because I don't think I can get to either side of Tentacle. But I'm gonna stand dead center, so my 10 foot covers the whole. That whole width of space, basically.
And are you like in the middle of it by the mast?
Wherever directly behind Tali and Almus is, but in the center of the boat instead of all the way up on the edge.
Okay. So I'll say you're about from the front of the boat, you're about a quarter of the way
Okay, cool.
back, and then in the middle.
Okay, so that means I'm probably about 20 foot from the front of the boat, from the left side, and from the right side. So anything that comes over in that box is stepping into my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect. I'll just set up a little box of doom up at the front of the ship, and I will hold my action
Okay.
for attacks, and I will not do anything else. Turn.
All right.
Please
And
someone
now-
get on this fucking boat.
And then it'll be next will be Gendrick. And at that point, you see him pull a lever right by the side of his.
Noise.
Why can't I think what it's called? Not just a wheel.
Oh no, the steering
Yeah.
device.
The fancy wheel on a
The,
ship.
the fancy boat wheel.
What's a fancy boat wheel called? Helm. The helm. Q saves the day from the Phantom Zone. The helm.
And then he kicks it in. And as he kicks it in, you see that, and he starts cranking it hard. Clunk, 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 clunk. Up comes the ballista. And then he mans the ballista. And then I'll end Gendrick's turn, bringing us to Aviana.
I don't see anything, do I? There's nothing.
You
here
currently
yet.
do not see anything. You see Tavruk getting ready, glaive starting to kind of semi-glow, pulse with the lava. You did see Tali throw a psychic glowing blade down at the water, and you see Almis looking over as well.
I look,
Okay.
it's a very friendly octopus.
So I'm gonna, seeing everyone get ready, I'm gonna stand next to Tavruk. And I'm gonna just also ready attacks to hit.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna bonus action blood, whatever. Lightning damage. Pew, pew, pew.
Crimson Right.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. And you're going to hold your action to fire off an arrow if something pops up.
Is that what I'm gonna do? Give me 2 seconds. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do a
Okay,
crimson
so
right.
you're not going to hold an action?
I'm gonna hold an action though. Can I undo my bonus action, or am I locked into it?
Your bonus action was just to activate your Crimson Right, so yeah, I know
Yeah,
if you don't want to
can
do that, I'm fine with that.
Sick. I'm gonna take one of my potions out, and I'm gonna down one of them instead.
Okay.
And you'll see, this time Aviana's kind of skin starts, as she downs it, starts to shimmer a little bit, and go almost like crystalline, a little bit. Like it starts reflecting a little bit weirdly off of all the light of the sun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ready my action to shoot twice.
You
If
don't
I
get
see-
multi-attack on a held
don't?
action. I don't
Sick.
believe you do.
Jake, we can't hear you.
Still can't hear you.
Still can't hear you.
You
Got nothing.
muted.
No, now we just muted. I thought she unmuted.
I unmuted us and then you muted us back.
Oh, I said boo.
Oh,
you, get
okay.
you get the whole attack action and the held action.
I don't think you do.
Do you?
No.
You
Well,
absolutely should. Otherwise,
right,
that's the
Google.
entire waste of a thing.
5E, hold action.
You're holding
attack.
an action. My action is I get 2 attacks. That's how that should be, I think.
You get additional attack. No.
Don't say no when we're trying to sell him on yes.
Oh no. Holy fuck! The page.
And
It's
it
one of
costs
those
our
RPG
reaction.
It's one of those
And
RPG stock exchange things where you go down, you have a whole bunch of responses. The first one is no in bold letters, and I was like, "What's the next person say?" It is no in bigger, bolder letters.
That's such a garbage rule that makes no sense, but continue. I can hold an entire 9th level spell until my next turn, but I can't hold 2
Look, you can't hold
swings of a
2 attacks.
sword.
Absolutely not. To be fair, I have no other actions.
Okay, so
to
you
do.
hold
Roderick will
that,
instead hold his dick in his hand, because that's just as useful.
Get 1 shot. Yep. As if a second I see something I can shoot, I'm gonna shoot it once.
And then Almis, you see these one-shot willies hanging out in the middle of the boat.
One shot will is good
Hold
name
your
for
9th
him.
level spell, almost.
I'm not holding a spell because I can see the creature. Here's what I'm gonna do.
You-
Well, I can see a tentacle, and I am assuming the creature's underneath us. So I'm going to angle this spell coming up very well. So what I'm about to cast has a 30-foot radius. So I'm going to cast it down and up, but not onto the deck. So let's say, 30 feet below the top level. So it covers everything from the bottom of the ship all the way to right underneath our feet. See what I'm saying, Mike?
Okay.
All right. And I'm casting, I get my hands ready. I pull some threads in my hand and throw it down. And the creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Don't bother. It's a 3. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on. You don't have to make the you don't have to make the save yet. But when you do, it's going to be a 3. Just a big heads up. And I'm throwing down, and he throws the weave of magic down into the water, and just like a little green light lights up underneath the boat, and then lights up in the entirety of the 30-foot underneath the boat. And then I'm going to can't Misty Step because that's a full spell. So then I will move back towards the middle of the boat so I don't get killed. But yes, whenever it's its turn, let me know because something may happen.
Okay. That brings us to Bach.
All right. I tell Brutus to go sick it. As he jumps over the side, he's got water walking, so he's just going to run up to one of the tentacles and bite the damn thing.
Roll a hit.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I need to roll for him.
By the way, I don't think this is a spell I've ever used before.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I have no idea what you just cast.
I think it's going to be new.
We'll find
He's
out.
got a dirty 20 to hit the thing.
That hits.
Sweet. So I'm telling him to bite down and hold on.
Okay.
Don't let go. So he's doing 8 force damage. Is he holding on?
What is there a save or?
No, I'm just telling him to hold on.
Sure.
Just
For thematics, yeah.
Thematics? Heat
How-
metal.
Not for damaging. I'm not gonna allow that.
Fair enough.
How much damage did you do? 8?
8 force damage.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then I scramble over to Tavrook. Here, have an enlarge spell.
We're all hanging out in the middle of the deck. Let's go. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay.
The Tavrug, by the way, I'm gonna flavor this because I want to. So Bot comes over and goes, "Make my hobgoblin grow!" and throws something at him, and then Tavrug fucking appears from a fucking cloud of smoke and just like laughs into the air with his glaive that is still the same length. I do not get additional range from this. It's a dumb spell, but it's okay.
But the
Hold
weapon
on right
actually
now?
increases in size according to the rule. The
It
mechanic.
doesn't
But
give you
it doesn't give me extra reach. It's silly.
It is.
I'm 2 times the size, but I can still only hit things directly below me.
All right, and that will bring us to the creature's turn.
Make that Constitution saving throw with a 3, Mike.
That's a 13.
That's a fail. So,
That's a +10 con, my guys.
Ooh.
yeah, I assumed it would be pretty good. Thank God I rolled a 3 for a portent. So,
Yep.
how would you say, sickening radiance starts to take hold over the
Ooh.
creature.
Ooh, what is that?
Is like the green energy, basically radiation poisoning, and starts to seep and sap all the energy out of this creature. Let's see. So 4d10 radiant. Let me roll that real quick.
Ooh. 4d10s is nice.
It's a total
You
of
rolled a
30.
to be on.
Also, the radiance.
30
Oh my
radiant.
god. Nice roll.
And so
Strong.
it takes 30 radiant damage, 1 level of exhaustion, and it is now glowing a greenish light in a 5-foot radius around the creature. So it's glowing. It took 30 damage, and it now has 1 point of exhaustion.
Sweet.
What does the exhaustion do again?
The first one is
Disadvantage on everything.
skill
And
checks.
just skill checks.
Yeah.
Oh,
For now,
okay.
Yeah.
we'll see next turn what happens on. Someone should look up the rules for exhaustion because this may be a thing.
I got him right here.
If you hit 6 levels of exhaustion, you
You dead.
die.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it's its turn. It's going to crawl up the front of the boat.
Uh-huh.
I'll say it's definitely in Aviana's range, and I'll say it's in Tavrook's range.
Did it step out of Brutus's range, like threat range?
Yes.
Oh, so its whole
Okay,
body
so-
went up onto the boat.
It's crawling up onto the boat now, yeah.
So he would get an attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity for Brutus.
So close.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to change how I do this.
Okay.
I am going to... It's going to start off by attacking Brutus
Okay.
Okay. Smart. Smart.
Smart.
with a... That was the slowest roll in D&D Beyond I've ever seen. 23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and...
Is it smashing it with tentacles or is it using its teeth?
It's hitting with a
Oh,
tentacle.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that's going to hit for... Come on, roll faster.
No.
17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Brutus is grappled.
All right.
So you haven't said it, but I'm assuming this is a kraken, like a baby kraken, big octopus. What are we looking at here?
Right now you can just see tentacles.
Just tentacles coming
So-
over
Oh,
on
it
the
has
boat.
it crawl
Gotcha.
up there,
So
that's
Brutus is in its grip. So he's actually okay. That makes sense as it's moving. All right, no problem.
And then it's going to attempt to fling Brutus.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Goodbye.
And because it has a ring of water walking,
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
it's throwing Brutus 40 feet.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to do 4d6 damage when it hits the water.
Does it have to roll or anything, or he just gets to do it?
It just gets to do it.
Oh, because he's grappled. Oh, that's right. Shit. That's tough.
Takes him up and throws him. Bye, Brutus. We love
Doesn't
you.
it? Okay, never mind. I was going to ask something, but okay. I was thinking, doesn't it need to be an opposed grapple check at this point? But okay.
No, it
I think
doesn't.
it's one of those mind
You're
flayer
actually you're
things where
technically
if it
restrained.
hits, yeah,
It's
Oh,
an auto
shit.
grapple if it's
yeah.
and so Brutus is hit with 13 points
Okay.
of bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's now 40 feet away from the boat.
That's
Okay.
not bad considering the number he said, 40-10.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's going to climb up onto the boat.
So now our attack.
So now your
Can I-
attack can go off.
Can I roll again for my shot?
Yeah.
Do I have to take- thank God. Okay, we're good.
Mine's a 28. Is that what's its AC?
Yeah, you hit.
We
I
in
got a
here, boys.
25.
Okay, Mike,
That
now
hit.
can you tell me what this thing is since it's crawling up here?
1d10
It is a smaller kraken.
plus 1d4. 'cause I'm
Beautiful.
large,
Only get a D8 right now.
'cause I'm a big ass boy.
Tell me your damages, please.
So here we go. Squaw. 7 and 3 is 10. Plus 5 is 15 for the strike.
Okay, 15 damage.
I think I have 9.
Okay, 9 damage.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Add
a
12 to
juvenile
that.
kraken.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And that will end its turn.
Hmm.
That brings us to Tally.
So, am I the only one near it still?
No, everyone's pretty
No,
close to it.
there's multiple tentacles, right?
Within
Coming up?
5 feet of it?
It has 10 tentacles.
Yeah, no, you're.
Although no
next-
one's within 5 feet.
No.
Fuck.
But Tavrok is within 10.
It's in my melee range, so you would get sneak attack on mine.
Or does it say within 5 feet?
It says within melee range, I assume.
What's the save
It's
sneak attack?
if someone's being threatened by a melee creature, I think.
It says within 5 feet, but we've always done it within melee. But it's up to you.
For this, we'll say because you said you're 20 feet from the anyway, so I'll say no sneak attack on this one.
No,
somebody
I
moves
said
really
I
close
was
to-
as close to it
No,
as
no,
I
Jake said he was
could,
20 feet from the
No,
front of
I'm-
the boat.
I thought I was 10 feet away because I'm in its melee range now. You just let me hit it, so
Yeah, I gave you that one.
Up to you.
because I was trying to be where I was 10 feet from each side. Or maybe I
Okay.
said 20 mistakenly, but I was trying to be no matter which side something came up, it's close to me.
Okay. We'll say no sneak attack on this for this round. And we'll see how things go from
All
there.
right. I'm going to. I think it's. Hold on, let me double check. I think it's a bonus action.
To resummon it and then
To
an
bring it
action.
back?
to-
Yes, it is.
All right, bonus action. Resummon.
Chuck it.
I'm gonna hit it again. Oh, ooh, no, I can't do that shit. Okay. Actually, how does Flame Blade work?
What?
Because it's a cantrip,
It's
but
a
it's
melee
also
strike.
yeah, but
So it has to be a melee
oh.
strike. Right now, you are not within melee range if you're throwing the.
Mhm.
You'd have to run up to it to do that.
One creature within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so is it not on the boat yet?
It's
No,
on the boat right now.
There's,
But you
there's
are not
multiple
within.
tentacles. You're still looking at the one that's down below. One tentacle came up over by me and
The
Aviana.
one right below you now is no longer there. It has shifted and come up to
Okay.
the front of it. So if you're going to attack it, you'd have to move closer to the front of the boat. So you'd have to move
Okay.
about 10 feet.
Yeah, well, I have movement, so that's not a problem. So I can get
Yes, you
within
can get
melee
up there,
range
no
of
problem.
it.
I didn't know the other one disappeared.
When I get there, is there anyone there?
Not in melee.
No.
Okay.
Now it's in 5 feet.
Okay, that's fine. So if I get within melee of it, how do I the mechanics of
Of Green Flame
okay.
Blade, it's as
Yeah.
part of you make a melee attack with it.
Okay.
And I believe it casts or does extra fire damage. I don't have it right
Yeah,
in
it
front
does
of me.
fire damage
Suffer-
on top
Yeah,
of your
suffer-
melee
but
attack.
suffer-
if I have to, if it like I cast it as a spell and then I automatically hit it, it says you brandish
No,
the
you have to roll to
weapon.
hit.
No, on a hit, the
Well,
target.
yes,
suffers.
I understand that point, but I know that I can only do cantrip and a spell, and if I do those, I can't attack.
You've already
Your
cast
attack
the
is
Shadow
part
Blade
of the
spell,
cantrip.
so
The
you're
cantrip
not-
is the
Okay,
attack.
That's what I was trying to get
Yeah.
at. I just wanted to make sure I was doing that right.
Yep.
So I
That
would
green
do
flame
that.
blade doesn't do you any good because there's not a second creature within 5 feet of it. Yeah. So just a normal attack, I think.
But it would add another d8. Because I'm already dealing 2d8.
That's true. You
Yeah.
just wouldn't, yeah.
And if it has to go to a second target, I will
It
take
doesn't have to. It just
No, it
goes
doesn't
on.
have to.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
Okay, roll to hit.
Green flame blade with the Shadow Blade.
Oh, that's cocked. 15.
Just misses.
Damn it.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that's my action.
And then, so it's going to take, as you go to take a strike at it, it's going to try to take a strike back at you with a legendary action.
Oh, that's not good.
Love to see it. Tali has a thing for tentacles, apparently. They're constantly out to get her, and she can't stay away from them.
So it's going to make an attack at you,
Mm-hmm.
and that is 21 to hit.
Just hits.
Tavrook's going to use warding maneuver because she would have had to move within melee range of Tavrook to be able to hit this thing.
Yep.
So he's going to try to intervene and see if he can make the attack miss by adding 3 to your armor class. Does that do it? No, but you have resistance to however much damage you're about to take.
Okay.
Resistance to the whole attack. Warding maneuver. There you go.
Very nice.
That's 16 damage.
Halved.
Wait, and what type of
Oh,
damage?
sorry,
is that?
I rolled the wrong attack. Give me a second.
Oh,
Let me roll the strong one real quick.
I rolled too strong of an attack.
Whoa.
So does that mean that you have to re-roll the to hit?
No.
No.
The to hit's the same. I rolled the wrong damage. It was, but it's actually more damage. It's 19
Wait,
damage.
you rolled it to hit? Okay, wait.
Oh,
Do you have
I already
cool
rolled
maneuver?
it to hit a while ago.
Okay,
It was
my bad,
21 to
never mind.
hit
It's already hit, yeah.
and 19 damage
Okay.
Halved.
of bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled. And until you break it, you are restrained.
That's half to
19
9.
Is that 9 or
9.
10?
Yeah, you round down.
Do it to 9.
Okay. You said I'm grappled?
And
You are
restrained.
grappled and restrained.
Okay. Alright, cool.
And on your turn, you can use your action to break it if you'd like. And that was its legendary action.
Yeah, Erica has legendary actions, by the way.
Sick. I wish I hadn't gone to the washroom at that exact moment because I could have done something with this maybe. But alas, here we are.
And so that brings us to
You're
Tevrook.
welcome.
Oh, it's me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, because Tyler just went. That's right. Okay. Okay, so real quick, I am going to.
Oh, sorry. Can I Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
as a reaction?
Yeah.
It attacked me.
Mhm.
Alright.
How many feet?
Hold on.
10?
It's instantaneous.
Yep.
Range is 60 feet.
The range is 60 feet. But
What kind of
it's
damage is it?
grappling me.
Fire.
It's fire damage. 3d10 fire damage.
Roll it if you want to use it.
I do.
It needs a dex save throw, Mike.
Yeah.
Is it
Right.
that's for everybody?
No, it's a target one thing that just
Yeah.
hit you attack.
Okay.
It's not for
Okay.
like it doesn't attack everyone.
I
It's
got you.
just
Just double checking.
Yeah, I got you.
Wait, so you're gonna attack everybody, or?
nope, just this asshole.
It's a
Uh-oh.
dex.
Yes.
There's no way.
I mean,
those
I'm
things
not going to complain about absorbing a bunch of fire damage.
Yeah,
That's 10.
It's Dex.
So my self-save DC. Oh wait, no, it just told me. Shit. It was a.
It would be
you rolled a 10?
you hit. I
Yeah,
only
I
rolled a 10.
definitely hit. Okay. So it's 19, 23. All right, yep. So that is 23 points of fire damage as you grapple Tali. Her whole body is just sort of engulfed. God, Jesus Christ. Engulfed in like this just rainbow of flames.
Okay. We're having some rainbow calamari right now.
Yep.
And Tavruk, what are you doing?
Okay, so she's still within melee of me. So first thing I'm gonna do is go. Seeing what happened with Brutus from afar. I didn't see the tentacle, but I just saw him get whipped somewhere. I go, all right, come on, Tali, you got to get out of there. And I'm using my bonus action to help her, so she has advantage on the next skill check she makes or attack roll she makes, and also get 1d6 plus 4 temporary hit points. That's a 6, so get 10 temporary hit points back.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm back to full.
All right, attack. We stepping up into full melee just to be safe, wherever that is.
Yep.
And we roll in 2 attacks. That's going to be... Oh, babe, look at the dice, please.
Oh.
No, it's not good.
Oh.
I know it's not good.
Did you net one?
I double net one, my friend.
Oh. Roll that attack, please.
I saw the
2
first
separate
one,
dice.
like, ooh, is the other one
Roll
a
me
20?
one
And I'm like, nope.
Roll me
I'd like
one
to
damage.
point out, even I haven't done that yet. That's a feat.
With
That's a feat.
my enlarged damage, so...
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
Tali.
10
Hi,
damage.
Tali.
Okay, those as you go to hack that tentacle off Tali, you just end up taking a big chunk of Tali's arm as it just goes there and just slices.
How much damage do I take?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Those temporary head points he just gave you, he just took them away.
Mark him right off. Tyruk immediately regrets the decisions he makes, and just like immediately you see him start beating himself up, and that's the end of his turn.
But see,
All
now
right.
I'm even more damaged than I was before.
So
Welcome.
at this point, Gendrick will take a turns and takes a shot.
No. I just gave you the 10 temporary hit points. Just get rid of them. You still have...
Oh, I don't know how temporary hit points work. I was
You're like a
down,
sheep.
what, 9?
Just go to back where before you got healed.
Put it back to where it was before, yeah. You see how it says temp over there? You can like add the... We'll deal with it on mute.
Gendrick fires off the ballista. He rolls a 19 to hit,
Nice.
which will hit for 23 damage.
Wow.
And as he fires off, you see it hit and just ricochet off of this Kraken.
It's straight up just ricochets?
Oma says they are immune to non-magical attacks.
Oh, goddamn.
Ooh.
Did the fire look extra painful though, or just normal?
Fire was painful.
Extra
hurt.
painful?
Not extra painful.
Okay.
You said that was Gendrick hitting?
Mm-hmm.
Gendrick fired off the thing, and it pissed them off. And at that point, the juvenile Kraken will take a legendary action. And will use a fling.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Well, so much for that advantage I gave you. I was hoping that would help you escape the grapple. But here we
Does
are.
it have to roll an attack to do that? Oh, right, it just does it, right?
For the fling, fling it just does it.
Yeah, legendary action. Yeah.
One medium or smaller held creature by the Kraken is thrown up to 40 feet in the random direction.
That's excellent for me, considering I'm large.
Catcher.
And if you hit a solid surface, you take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet you were thrown. If the target is thrown at another creature, the creature must succeed on a DC dexterity saving throw or take the same damage and be knocked prone.
Hit
It's
me,
just
baby. One more
Throw me
time.
at someone, because I'm good at dex.
You don't get to do the dex. The what you're being
Throw
thrown
me at Erica!
You are being
Right
thrown
now.
at Gendrick.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Because
Goodbye,
Gendrick just got him with
Gendrick.
the ballista.
We got a boat.
That's fine.
So, Tally, you will take 4 damage.
All right, cool.
And then
What did
Gendrick's
it
going to
say?
try to make a dexterity saving throw, which they succeed and they don't take any damage. So you're now just hit into the wheel in front of Gendrick and bounce off that, break one of the little handles off, and like fall right in front of the ballista.
Beautiful.
And that will end
Lovely.
Gendrick's
Let's
turn,
see.
and that brings us to Aviana.
Mike, got a quick question.
Shoot.
Did you say that it was immune to? Is it piercing damage or is it physical damage? That's
Any
not magic.
non-magical physical, I think.
Looking like non-magical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit this bonus action button. I hit Crimson Right. I take 1d6. Just 1d6? Really? Okay. I'm gonna give myself some lightning damage with
Okay.
Crimson Right this time.
Yeah, water and stuff, right?
I only take 3 damage. We're fine.
There you go.
Either it's gonna go great because it's water, or it's gonna go terrible because it's blubbery. We're gonna find out. I hit him. Forget. If I hit
Okay,
him, I
you
mean,
hit him.
probably gonna miss him. 22. 22.
22 to hit. That hits.
Yeah. Nice. And I roll a. Oh my god, sorry. Hi. Welcome to. I haven't attacked with this character in a million years. I get to add a d6, right? Give me
Your
2
D6
seconds.
Crimson Right.
Yeah, it's a d6 Crimson Right. 6. We're good. Oh wow, that's actually really nice.
So how much of each damage?
It is 6. It is magical piercing because
Yep,
I have the quiver.
Quiver.
And it is. So sorry. Let me try that. It's 6 plus 5, which is 21. Not 20. Don't talk to me. It's 11. I know how math works. Leave me alone.
11.
5 and 6 is 11. Piercing, and 4 lightning.
Okay. So it takes the arrow damage, but then you see the lightning damage fizzle off as it does not affect it.
Well, cool. I can't fix that now, so I'm gonna hit him again. And just keep going on my attack. 27.
That hits.
More.
So I'm
More.
gonna skip rolling the d6. 6 damage.
Oh, the lightning did nothing?
Lightning did nothing. I
Nothing.
can roll lightning damage again. It's a 4 lightning. But yep,
So that
all I got is you 1d8, so it's 6 piercing damage.
So almost you
Nothing
see
like
these
he's
2
immune?
arrows bury into
Even the lightning,
this
yeah.
kraken, and you see
Blubbery,
the lightning just
roasting.
fizzle off, and you're up.
Okay, I will. And it's just over. The only thing we can really see is like one big tentacle, right?
No, you can see like almost the whole creature at the front of the
Oh
boat.
shit! Okay,
Almost the whole.
cool.
So it's just like a big fucking spooky squid mouth, basically, at the front of the boat.
Yeah, and it's pretty much taking the whole front of your boat.
Cool.
Is part of it still in your spooky gas cloud?
Well, that's for its turn, but it probably is. So almost will throw a fireball just above its head, so I don't get anyone else in the circle. But it needs to go ahead and make a dex saving throw, as I'm casting a fireball.
Dex saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, this thing is not great. 11.
Yep. He
Yeah.
will go ahead and take 8d6 fire damage, which is a total of 32 fire damage.
Ooh.
As just an explosion goes over his head and singes what bit of
Eat
meat is
shit.
there.
As it goes and it blows, it tries to shield itself with 3 of its 10 tentacles, and those tentacles are incinerated and gone.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
It's done some real fucking damage to it.
And then I will move backwards on the boat. Just keep moving back to the captain's area, because all the tentacles are at the front, right?
Yeah.
So, yep, doing a little moonwalk, backing up. And that will be Almus's turn.
All right. That ends. And so, Bach, what are you up to?
Alright, I think I'm gonna deflate Tavrook. So because I'm casting another spell that requires concentration. Actually, maybe.
Deflate Tavrook is the funniest thing I've heard all night.
Yeah, I'm deflating Tavrook at this point. Yeah. As a cast Branding Smite. And then I shoot the CG Expo.
Okay.
For the first roll to hit is 28.
That'll hit.
Stab me to shoot a baby.
Yeah.
So it's doing 10 piercing magical damage, and then it does, on top of that, another 7 points of branding smite damage, which, if I recall correctly, is it radiant? Let me just double check.
It is
Doesn't
radiant,
matter.
Yes.
And now it's all glowy,
It's not Lenny,
glowy.
so whatever.
And because I did that, I'm activating Arcane Jolt. Because I can do that once around. But I'm not doing it for damage. So Tally can gain back 10 hit points at this point
Nice.
from Arcane Jolt.
Does she have to be in a certain range, or
30 feet.
yeah? So that's fine.
Yeah. And then I'll fire my second shot.
Fire it off.
God, Bach's so cool.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. Roll some damage.
Just 9 magical piercing this time around.
So you actually no, it doesn't make sense. As these swords like form out of nothingness and then just start piercing, and you see as it goes, you take another tentacle right off.
Mm-hmm. And Brutus is just staying put where he is because I didn't give a bonus action command to him.
Okay, he was 40. The boat's still moving now that it's not long. So we'll say he's about 45. It's only moved another 5 or 10 feet from Brutus.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the ring of water walking, so he's just kind of like sitting on the water.
Well, I'll tell him to show up later.
And that brings us to the Kraken.
Mike, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Blah.
If any of its
How
body,
big is a
if any of its
a
body,
huge monstrosity? That would be 20 by 20.
yeah, I feel like
Huge?
some part of its body
Anyway.
is not on top of the ship, right?
Yeah, it would definitely still have some tentacles in the water.
Yeah.
And your range was 30 of the water. Yeah, it would still be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, safe?
Yep, make it. Yeah, can't give him a shitty roll this time. So
I cannot.
I've been
affect this
rolling
con.
pretty bad.
Is it?
I mean, if it's got a plus like a million.
it's like a plus 10.
21.
It is a plus
21. Yeah, you save. You don't have to worry about it. You don't. I mean, you don't shake the effects. You still have the 1 level exhaustion. You just don't gain more.
Okay. All right, and with its turn, the closest person to them is
Not Tali.
Your boy.
She's 40.
is Tavrok.
I guess Tavrok and Aviana.
So he's going to
again,
try to.
and then-
He takes the beak opens wide
Mm-mm.
and just now that Tavrok is bite size, sinks its beak
Beautiful.
right into Tavrok. And that is
so before anything happens, I need to know some information before we do a gosh dang thing. Let me reread my ability.
Eyeless? Blood curse
So
eyeless?
yeah, Blood Curse the Eyeless. You can choose to use this feature after the creature's roll, but before the DM determines whether it's a hit or a miss.
okay.
It's immune if it's immune to blinded. If it can't be blinded, then it doesn't matter. But I don't know if that means you say a number and then I make a judgment, or if you roll a dice and then I roll a dice.
It is not immune to blindness, but it does have true sight.
It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it. I'm gonna enhance it so it lasts the entirety until at the end of. Oh, I think it's end of this turn. But to be fair, whatever. I'll take 6 damage. It's fine. I have a hit points to spare. So I'm gonna essentially roll a d6 and I'm gonna subtract it from whatever hit you just made.
Okay.
-4 to that.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Well, I tried. That is all that I have. I hurt
Yeah.
myself.
It was a 27 to hit, so
Oh.
Wherever its eyes are on its body, it's bleeding. I don't know where they are,
it's
but
falling
it
in
is.
Aviana.
Good.
Yup.
Yeah.
So that
she's-
hits. So that's going to be
Bring it. Bring it on. Come on. Put me below 100, big boy.
23 piercing damage,
I have more hit points than a ship, by the way.
Insane.
and you are now a medium creature.
I certainly am.
So now you are swallowed.
Awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen.
Were you?
So you are now blinded and restrained.
Inside. Well,
You
I
have total cover.
tried.
And yeah,
Blinded and restrained. Sweet. That's great for me.
Yeah.
Fuck. How much of Tavruk is in the creature?
All of
Think
Tavros.
His
all
entire.
of
We
him?
can't see a
All of
foot.
them.
We can't see anything, huh?
No.
No.
Damn.
Just double checking something here. While the creature is blind and restrained. Then you have total cover against anything outside.
Yep. And I have both those conditions pulled up, so I got you. I'm good.
Okay. And that'll end the Kraken's turn. And that brings us to Tally.
Well, I
All right.
all that damage for nothing. That's fine.
How far
Okay.
away am I from the creature now that I've been hurled?
A good 20, 30 feet. If you want to run over there, you can reach him.
All right, I am doing that. I have both weapons in hand. I get advantage to attack this bitch
Why?
Because of my
because
help action.
he gave me help.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice.
I asked for the answer, not the attitude.
You got both. Okay. So my question is if I do the flame blade, I don't get my second attack, right?
You still do. Flame
Like, for my
Blade is
bonus
one
action?
action. You still have bonus action attack. Well, no.
No, because you have
That's
to
kind
use
of
a
a hazy
melee
thing,
attack.
right, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this says make a melee attack. There's extra effects on a melee
You
attack.
do
It
get
says
no.
that.
You can do a bonus action extra attack. You just don't get any of the
I don't get any of the extra accoutrements.
no.
All
Okay,
right.
so yeah, so you could.
So I am taking my first strike with the prismatic flame blade on my psychic blade.
Okay.
The second one was cocked. All right, that's good. That is. It's a 20 something. 26.
That hits.
Okay.
Roll
All right.
damage.
And sneak attack. Hey.
So yes, I do get sneak attack. I haven't done this in forever. How many sneaks do I get?
She got advantage on the strike.
I don't. Tavrok doesn't count for sneak attack. 'Cause
He had
I
advantage on
You
the
get advantage
strike.
on the strike.
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
My bad.
Yeah, so I got my 3d10.
46.
I'm gonna get a new. Well, no shit. I'm gonna take all these other dice out of my box so I don't get confused. with all these dice.
Too many dice.
I do have too
That's
many.
the thing.
No such thing.
Wait,
No
oh,
such
wait.
luck.
But if you, the listener, do not have enough dice, go beyond dice.
Go beyond dice.
dice.
You get a pair of lovely little custom-made dice. They're all lovely and
They look
very
like-
cute.
They look like this.
And they look
That's
like
what-
this.
that's
Oh,
what
do I have my
Tavrok's-
D20? No, my
Tavrok's been
D20's in the
rolling
bad
these.
box.
Tavrok's been rolling his Tavrok dice all night. They fit this color scheme perfectly.
Oh, you can't see those. Never mind. They're little blue and they have lightning bolts on them.
These were not part of the double ones I got
Okay.
earlier, just to be I kind of went away from these.
Conversely, my Go Beyond dice is in the naughty box, so you know,
Mm-hmm.
That's not
to
the
each
dice.
their own.
Oh, you know,
Oh,
the
look.
dice have a minor
30.
curse, but Erica has
30.
a major curse.
I am-
30
I'm a
points of
pretty fan.
damage.
30.
Nice.
30. Some psychic, some fire.
Yeah.
Oh no, that doesn't include the green flame blade damage. Add a D8, right?
Well, I thought I only added one to my existing D8.
Oh, did you already do that?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay, that's right. The second blade's 2D8.
How many
I'm
total
sorry.
damage?
You're right. 30.
30.
Okay.
I did my job.
With some of it psychic and some
Yeah.
Give
Blade.
advantage to the rogue.
hot and Cheetos.
And so as you slice and dice, it loses another couple tentacles. It's looking really, really fucked up right now. It's barely latched onto this boat.
Bonus action. Gonna dice now. Go away.
We've already sliced. Time to dice.
Dice. That one is going to be with the dragon dagger. And that one is 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh.
Alright, so hold on, I have it.
She slices. She dices. She juliens in front.
Billy Mays here with the slice and dice.
Slap chop. Slap chop.
This is 9. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
All magical.
So
And 4
as
acid damage.
as you take the big strike with your psychic blade, it slices off the couple tentacles. It's leaning back. It's just holding on by like the one tentacle, and with the other dagger, you just slice through that last tentacle, and the Kraken, eyes bleeding, just falls off the ship,
Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay.
dead, and starts.
All right, are we out of initiative?
Is
You're
Tevrook
now
still
out
stuck
of
in it?
initiative.
It's
I'm
sinking.
jumping into the water. I'm jumping into the water.
Thing's
And I'm
sinking.
gonna try and
It's starting to sink.
cut
Yeah.
it open.
Almost.
Tavruk was having, by the way, I just need some internal monologue
Yeah,
here,
so-
as I have no agency in what's happening to me. Tavruk has this moment of like, all right,
You
we've
feel
just-
the muscles constricting on you, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
you feel it tense in pain. It's crushing and crushing. You can feel the acid starting to damage your armor, starting to burn what flesh you have exposed. And as you just feel it tip, and you feel your whole center of gravity, you don't know up from down as it tumbles, and you just feel a ka-thunk. But then you feel the muscles release, and you have your movement.
And
back.
you get pooped out.
but
You can see a
Tavruk-
little bit of water starting to pour in from above you.
yeah. In that brief moment of time, Tavruk has like, here's my time to shine moment. We're gonna go hit this thing. I'm big all of a sudden. This is gonna be great. And then he
Then, like, one
hits his friend, immediately shrinks, immediately gets swallowed. He is honestly just kind of like laying there, like he's
just
like, oh,
floating in the water, face down by choice.
He's inside of a kraken right now.
Almost.
inside of Kraken
Oh.
right now.
Almost
Holly
running
is
towards the
swimming
edge
after this
and
thing.
jumping.
I give Brutus orders to run up and grab a hold of the Kraken and just hold it there because he can't sink while he's got water walk.
Yeah.
Almost turns into a shark while he's jumping into the water.
It's for fun.
Go.
Giant shark. And I'm gonna start eating the body so I can get Tavruk out of there.
Aviana can't swim, so she's gonna look over the side and
boat.
immediately try and see if anyone's okay and the Tevrook is
Allie's
okay.
dicing, you're
Yeah.
jumping down there, you're slicing and dicing,
Yeah,
trying to cut.
as I jumped, I would have like thrown out my psychic blade to try and like cut its stomach open or something. And I'm just like trying to get there as quick as I can. And
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
Tally,
cut
as you're
out.
there, like on it, it's not like sinking fast, and you're like just sitting there hacking at this thing, spreading blood, and you're like, oh shit. You look over, you see a shark fin now. You're thinking the blood must have attracted it, and the shark just comes in, opens its jaws, and just as you think it's about to, you get your dagger ready. It just
Mr.
sinks.
Crumb! Oh no.
It sinks right into the Kraken and just rips this giant chunk out. And as you kind of back away from it, you feel like you let go, you're about to sink, but instead there's a Steel Defender Brutus right beside you. You can just grab onto, and you see it reach down, bite one of the tentacles, hold up this thing as this shark's just going to fucking town on it.
So while this isn't how it actually goes, I like to imagine that this is a shark covered in tattoos.
Sure, why not?
Please continue.
Yeah.
That's all I had to add.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
got tattoos and dreads, and it's a cool looking shark.
Just tell us when
Whatever.
he's freed Tavruk.
And yeah, Tavrok, you see this like flesh get ripped out, and there's a shark fucking gnawing at this. You hear Tally screaming. You hear Brutus like, barking through Kraken flesh.
Meanwhile, Bach is on deck moving stuff around and like opening a jug and getting stuff prepped.
Yeah, now that there's a clear way out, time to kind of snap out of it and start just swimming. As
Yeah.
you're close to him, by the way, you notice that he looks, despite being in and underwater, he still like looks as if he were on dry land. Like his hair is not like, floating around up and behind him. It's not like
It's the mask.
the immersion of the illusion
Oh.
is immediately broken
Oh.
once he's in water and he doesn't look
that's
wet at all.
So
He's swimming very well. He's not like immediately sinking. He's immediately able to swim. Possibly the best any of you have ever seen. Right back up to the boat.
Yeah, and Gendrick tosses down a ladder, and you're all easily able to climb out, no problem.
Okay. So this is what Bach has been doing on the deck. He has taken his alchemy jug out and a cauldron. He's filling the cauldron with oil. Proceeds to cast heat metal on the outside of it to get scalding hot oil in it. He then looks over the side as Brutus is still holding the Kraken, casts reduce on it so that it can be dragged aboard, gets out his knives and starts cutting it up and making deep fried calamari out of a Kraken.
There you
Do you
go.
have magical
Beautiful, I
knives?
love it.
Are your knives magical? Because you can't cut
I
it
have
with
a
regular
magical
knives.
dagger +1.
I have one as well.
It's all good. I got a magical
you go.
dagger +1.
So you're able to chop up the calamari, you fry it. You guys have quite a lovely lunch.
Can we chew it? If it's immune to non-magical damage, I
It's
imagine that
dead.
this you
I
can't.
assume
It's a
once
bit
you get
rubbery.
dead, a lot of that magic fades
He's
away.
extremely proficient. He's got what is it? He's got double proficiency in culinary in cutler
Sure, why not?
Expertise in
cooking
cutlery?
utensils. So he's really good at what he's doing.
I spelled
So-
you know one hand. I spelled Kraken with a C. Second hand. Unless Mike, if we're moving on, can we take a hot second?
Yeah.
Tevrick, why are you both wet and not wet? Did you find it?
What are you? Oh no, I just.
What do I mean by the fact that you don't look wet? And then she points at your feet where there's just a puddle of freshwater seawater around him soaking the deck. You're dripping wet, but is this a new thing? Did the gloves do something?
I think he's
No,
that's
it's
the mask I gave him.
It's
Magic?
yeah. It's
There you go. See? Magic. Magic explains everything. Magic explains how I'm making calamari out of a Kraken right now. Says Bach.
Yeah, it's just some magic that almost helped me with.
Okay. I'll be honest, like looking around at like everybody, and then the fact that everybody's standing around, so just kind of like nod and.
So
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Bear,
Great.
do you need a little tap?
No.
Buddy?
I feel fine. I mean,
You sure? Do you want another hug?
yeah. No, look, I don't bleeding at all. It's great.
Tali gives him a hug
It's fine. No,
and whispers in his ear, "Dicks." And
one thing that since we're having this conversation, when you hug him, he's not wearing armor.
Even sexier.
He has clothes on. Freaks.
Butt-ass
I
and-
didn't.
But
I wouldn't
The brush
be
bride and the
Ah.
sausage is hanging out.
particular from your own fiance. Okay, back it up.
you're not. You're not immediately like oh, this is cold metal that for that is wet, and heavy and pointy in spots. It is just
No, she doesn't say dicks. She says love,
He's
peace, and
just
chicken grease,
normal.
and she's casting healing word.
yeah. And I guess you all would notice her kind of go into the illusion some at the rate. The armor's pretty sizable, and she is hugging his person.
I mean, almost already knew this. So
Almost knows. Yeah.
actually, I didn't know that you were naked under there.
Not naked.
I know. I didn't know that you took the armor off. I had no idea you were not wearing armor anymore. I just thought you were
Get
just trying
5
to make
hit
yourself look
points
better.
if you need it. If you don't, that's cool too.
That was the first time it's come up that he's
Probably just
he's
wanted to
not-
hug
he's
you.
Not wearing armor.
Very nice.
Bach makes
And
sure
it still has an armor class of 18, by the way.
Bach makes sure to cut a sizable portion of the Kraken off and like pack it in salt and then go over to Amos and say, "Here for when you can cast Simulacrum."
Sure. Actually, you hold on to it. I don't have a bag of holding.
Okay.
Is there a simulacrum?
Mm-hmm.
God. It's Basically a clone.
It was beautiful and terrifying.
And so you all, after your Tavrok interrogation / intervention, you over some delicious Kraken calamari. Krakenmari.
Probably has
Gendrick
some blood wine.
with some blood wine. Gendrick just like, the gates of the Bay of Jourkala. And he points, and you see the land coming into the distance and the opening in between, as you all are not that far off from entering the Bay of Jourkala. And with that, we will end this week's session.
Mm.
Yay!
And maybe next week,
We'll finally meet Q's character.
someone will be able to shout "Land ho!"
Lovely. That's how it'll start.
God, remind me, Adam.
Yes.
I have something I want to do with Mo next session.
Sure. That
I
works for me.
know just if I forget.
Yeah. I'll
When
try to
Erica
remember as well.
forgets and Adam forgets, please remind us in chat.
Somebody remind me that I want to talk to Mo.
We'll hang out with Mo. Makes sense.
So you might actually want to look through your the various spell lists, Adam, to see if any of the spells require Kraken bits. Actually,
I could check that out.
He's got a focus though, so it won't matter.
That's so specific.
If it's a cost item though, it'll matter.
yeah. If the Kraken bit is considered a cost item, it does matter big time.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our adventures on the high sea. Maybe next week we'll actually make landfall, or maybe the group will sink in the most dangerous bay in all of Veritas.
I thought it was freshwater. It's been high sea this whole time?
On that note, thanks for joining us on this extra interesting episode of The Isle of Misfit Roll. Hit the music.